Alright, there we go. It is currently... Oh, it is just on the hour. I think that means if I open up... You can see it there already. Exclamation point by the signal search mark. Okay. Before we do that though, I need to find a place. As always, we all know that going to specific spots means that you get more luck. For example, stand outside the public security office if you want Shuya in. Question is, where do I go for Jay? I guess we can go to just into the security office again, right? There it is. Give me a branch. Let me also change one quick setting before we get the rolls going. Why is this not... Ah, it is. Aha. One quick setting. Find it. Aha. There we go. Wait, what? Ah, it's this. I think now... Wait, what? Give me just a second. My goodness, I have been speaking while muted the entire time. Thank you, Compass, for telling me. But yeah, thank you guys, everyone, for the luck. I do need it, but technically at the same time, I don't need it. You'll see why. The reason why, by the way, the reason why I came here to the public security office is because, as we all know, if you go to like a place that is associated with the character, it increases your odds, right? Like, and since Jane is part of the public security, if we come here, our odds are increased. That's just factually how it works. My plan for today is 1, get Jane. 2, get ideally multiple sets. 3, if I get Jane's engine, I'll take it. But more importantly, I want Seth's engine. The reason why I say I don't really need luck is, well, first off, let's go over to the banner. Oh, look at it. So pretty. So, the plan is okay. Like I said, the plan today is very simple. I have 31,000 polychrome, which is like well over 200 rolls. I have barely any pity built up from the previous banners. I do not have a guarantee ready. I want both Jane and ideally several copies of Seth. So this is not a matter of if I get Jane. I will be getting her today. This is not an argument. I will be getting her. The question is though, how much of my stash can I keep for Caesar and Bernice's banner for the next patch? That is the important part here. And also, if like I'll try it, but depending on how early or how late I get Jane, I will try and do a few rolls on the engine banner, mainly for Seth's engine, not really hers. But again, if I do get her engine, I'll take it. I'm not gonna try and go for several copies of Jane, but if it happens, I'll take it. I did not top up at all. This is all earned free to play. Oh, well, actually, not free to play, technically speaking. I did buy the internet membership, so I have been accumulating some rolls. But alright, first things first though, like I said, these are all, how do I check those 7 rolls that I did were on the previous Chingy banner. So, like you can see, I tried to roll and I got a billion, something like that. So technically speaking, first things first, we have to do a single roll to see if we get Jane off rip. This is going to set the tone for the rest of the pulls from here on out. Let's see what we get. Imagine we get her right here, right now. Okay, no, it isn't. Maybe at least an A rank? Oh, okay. That is not a good start. A B rank engine. Alright, here's what I'll do. I wanna get it nice and round. I'll do another 1 pull to get to 10 tapes, and then I'll do 10 rolls from there on out. Maybe this is the one though. Okay. That is going to be another B rank? Yeah, let's skip that then. Yeah, I really hope that I get Jane early, because more than Jane, I want Caesar specifically. Like, honestly, I want to make an all defender team. I want Caesar, Seth, Ben. So that's why I keep on saying that my perfect scenario is that I get Jane very early, then I do more 10 pulls and I get a bunch of Seths without getting another S rank, so that I can have a decent pity going into Caesar's banner. That is the ideal goal. Get Jane early, then get a bunch of Seths without getting another S rank, so I can keep my pity. And also that I don't lose any 50-50s. That is the other important thing. I do not have a guarantee after all. You gotta skip Jane, Chingy if you don't. Oh, 154. That, I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me, Kirikaz. Alright, 10 rolls time. This is with our 10 tapes before we start hitting into our stash of 31k. That is not an S rank. Okay, 2 A's. 2 Seths, maybe? Hang on. 2 Seths, maybe. We got an and B. I mean, it's okay because I don't have a Chingy, so and B copies are okay. And I think this is a stun. I have the Collider engine, so I don't need this for and B. Okay. Well, technically speaking though, depending on the order, I think I'm guaranteed to get either another Anby or Seth after this because I got a non-banner A rank. Welcome, excellent potato. Do I think the signature engine? I don't think so, no. For Jane at least, because I mean, signature engines are never worth it in my opinion, because That could be a whole different S rank character that you could get, you know. Would you rather increase Jane's damage by like, what, 10%? Or would you rather get like a Caesar? Yeah, true, Pembroke. I do only need M2 for Seth, but think about the big damage you could do. And also, the calling card that you get if you go up to like 6 or 3. Alright, now we're going to start dipping into our polychromes. Let's see. That's not an S rank. Only one A rank. Okay, at least let this be a Seth. Let this be our first Seth of the day. That is not a Seth. Okay, that is Billy's engine replica. Woo! Okay. We're getting dangerously, I say dangerously close, but I'm just worried. The closer and closer I get to like the soft pity of 75, I'm just worried that I lose the 50-50. At least give me multiple A ranks. Come on, like, at least give me something. I'm getting the absolute minimum. And I get an Ambi as well. Give me Seth, please. That's what, 4 A ranks? None of them have been Seth so far. Please. I just want a Seth. Like, I'll get a Jane later on. Technically speaking, it is entirely possible I don't get a Seth at all. Like, I have a guaranteed Jane. I do not have a guaranteed Seth. Okay, 2 A ranks. Surely one of them. I think this is a maxed out Anby. Please! I think that's a maxed out Anby. How many? Is that? Let's see. I can go plus another 3, so 2, 4. Okay. I know I did say that I wouldn't mind getting a couple of Anbys because I don't have Chingy, but this is a bit too much. All right, let's see. It's gonna be very awkward if I get Jane without getting Seth at all. No S rank. Double A's at least, please, multiple A's. If there's only one A rank, please at least let it be Seth. Hey! There we go, 1. We got 1. I would ideally like more than 1, but I'll take it. Yeah, she smells burgers somewhere. She's attracted to the... I'll just say, maybe I should go to the noodle shop to ward away Anby instead. Like, I'm in the police service station, but maybe I should have gone to the noodle stand, because I mean, Soldier's the one that wants it, though. Ooh, you got it. Oh, I think... You know, Deathly, I've heard from, like, a lot of people that have been doing pulls for Jane. A lot of people have been losing the 50-50 to specifically Rena. It's almost like, I don't know, like maybe it's the wrong rate up or something. Do I think that Nekomata can be good for that? Oh yeah, because, I mean, Nekomata's whole shtick is that she does more damage after a unit is hit with assault, and obviously Jane does that. The only issue is that Jane is very much an on-field character. Like, she wants to be on-field because she wants to do dodge attacks, which is very similar to Nekomata. So they do kind of compete for similar roles. Like, roles as in like R-O-L-E, not R-O-L-L. That is true after I get more... I mean, ideally, I would like to not have to worry about getting multiple Anbys. I would like to just get more Seths. We are approaching the dangerous soft pity, though. Let's do another 10 roll. Let's see. Come on, S rank. Not an S rank. Again, if you see that third tape shine, that's an S rank. Only 1A. Let this be Seth, please. So, what are you doing here, Sokaku? I have you at max. Okay, well, I guess this is like another free pull because I have her maxed out already. But like, I would have preferred a different A rank, at least something that I don't have, you know? Okay. So, if I do another 10 pull, I will hit soft pity like midway through. So, there is a very realistic chance that I could get Jane within this next 10 pull. Let's see. Remember, I don't have guarantee though. It's an S rank. It's an S rank. It's an S rank. It's an S rank. Okay. It's Really? Not even an A rank as well? Okay. This better be Jane. If it's the only S rank, there's no other A rank here. This better be Jane. I'm gonna do this manually. I think that was number 8, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to be Jane. This better be Jane. If it's not, I'm gonna cry. No! I have you already! Ah! It's the wrong physical character! I'd rather get a Seth than a Nekomata. Oh. Alright. And the worst part is, this overrode my A rank, so... Yeah, it reset my A rank. Like, before this I had 9 searches left, so... I don't even get another Seth chance. Okay. Okay. It's fine. I still can get Jane. I will be getting Jane. I have enough. It's just, I need to get it early so I have enough pulls left over for Caesar and Bernice. I need to like reset my RNG or something. What? Oh, is he gonna taunt me? Is that Seth sending me a message? I don't even wanna, no, Seth, fuck you. No. I don't even wanna speak to you. Unless you're like gonna tell me that you're gonna arrest Nekomata or something. Can I like go and beat up Nekomata? Hang on, like where is she? Is she anywhere on the map? No, she's hiding from me. Okay. You know what? Okay, hang on. Let's do this. Maybe the public security office isn't where it's at. She's a rat. Rats like to live in sewers. Right? So, or like subways and sewers. So let's go underground. Yeah, can I like specifically invite her, do her conversations, and choose like the trust decreasing options? Alright. Subways, underground, that's where rats like to be, right? Surely this is where it'll work. So I do still have like, hang on, how much is that? 21. Okay, I do still have enough like to get Jane, but again, I want to make sure I have left over for Caesar and Bernice. So hopefully like there's karma maybe and I get like Jane right now. Who knows? Let's see. Right off rip on the next 10. Please. Or at least... Oh my gosh! It's actually another S rank! Holy shit! Wait. And 3 A's! Holy shit! Wait. Okay, well, no. This is guaranteed Jane. But please, Seth, and Seth. Holy shit! Let this be a lesson. Go to the sewers. Go to the subway station. You will get a Jane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Triple Seth. 3 Seths in a row. And then Jane. 1. This is it. The subway works. Now, we're gonna go for Seth number 2. I'm okay with this. This is fine. It's at least somebody new. But because this is neither Seth nor Anby, so the guaranteed next A rank is gonna be one of them. This is either going to be Seth or Anby. Please be Seth. We got him to wait. Yeah, we got him to C2. That's perfectly fine. And then right after Seth, as if she smelled him. As if she sensed, Jane sensed that there were 2 Seths in this role and she's like, I want some of that. Let me tease Seth. There she is. Can we all just take a moment to like just stare and enjoy? Whew. If only it was the other way around though. Like if I'd gotten Jane on the previous like soft pity and then I got Nekomata here, I would be golden. I would have a guarantee ready for Caesar. You know what's funny, by the way? This is not the first time this has happened. Holy shit. 3 A ranks and an S rank. Funnily enough, this is not the first time this has happened. Where I get 2 back-to-back S ranks. Because some of you may have seen in my videos when I use Shuyen, I have Shuyen at C1. I did not intend to get Shuyen at C1. Because if, I don't know if it'll show all the way back, but... oh yeah. At one point I get Shuyen, right? 724. Then, the very next 10 pull, so this is 5. There's another 5, so that's 10. And then like right after, there's another Shuyen, like 12 afterwards. Okay, now I'm tempted. Do we... do I test my luck? Do I dare go for another 10? Okay, because I have 20,000 polychromes, right? So that's 125. That's 125 pulls. So by the time like the first banner of 1.2 comes out, which is either Caesar or Bernice, I should have a guarantee for one of them, right? What's the best substitute weapon for Jane other than her signature? Well, Cosmo, if you bought the season pass, you could use the Electro Lip Gloss, that one. Otherwise, Rainforest Gourmet, which is one of the ones that you can buy from the Gadget Time shop. That's also another good option. Actually, yeah. We should go for Seth's engine before we do anything else. Here's the thing though. Do I do a 10 pull for Seth's engine or do I just do singles? Because I don't really want the Jane's engine. Like, I mean, I would take it if I get it, but I want to save pulls for Caesar and Bernice. So I'm gonna do singles. And then we just hope that we get Seth right off rip. As soon as I get a Seth engine, I'm stopping. All I need is one. Watch this be Seth's engine, please. Imagine that was an S rank. I would have flipped my shit. Okay. The B. We have 4 more. Okay, hang on. We have 4 more, but we have 69 searches left. This has to be a sign that we get something good here, right? Come on, Seth. It is an A rank. It is an A rank. It is an A rank. If I'm not mistaken, there's like a 75% chance that this is either Seth or Anby's, and then it's 50-50 between whether or not it's one of them. Please be Seth. I do not want Anby's engine. I have Collider's signature engine on Anby anyway. It's fine. It's fine. We have more pulls. We have more pulls. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like 2% at least. Yeah. Knowing my luck, it's like 1% or 0%, honestly. Alright. What a roller coaster of emotions that was to get Nekomata and then immediately Jane. I was so ready to like go deep and like use all of my polychromes. Okay, here's what I'll do. If my next A rank is the Anby one again, I'm stopping. Because like I said, I can guarantee a Jane. I cannot guarantee a Seth. I am up to luck here when it comes to Seth's engine. And his, obviously, Seth himself. There is no guarantee for them. I told you, it's 100% works. Apparently, NEPS, the public security station, is Nekomata seated. So if you want Nekomata, you go there. But if you want the rat, you go to the metro. Okay, let's see. Seth engine. We got it. We made out like a bandit. Holy shit. Okay, so we got Seth engine. We got Jane, we got multiple copies of Seth. And we still have plenty of rolls left over. We have 10969 divided by 160. We still have 120 basically. Yeah, we have 120 rolls left over. The only reason as well why I wanted Seth's engine is because, as Barterator said, it's really his only good engine. Because... where are they? Oh, look at them! It is the only engine, at least, that you can get without paying, that gives attack percent. The only other one is the Battle Pass engine, which requires you to buy the Battle Pass. So, Seth, it's that. Jane, so like I said, if you bought the Battle Pass, you can give her electric lip gloss, because this gives anomaly proficiency, and it does more damage when somebody has an attribute anomaly, and Jane can proc this over and over and over, right? So she can honestly proc Assault multiple times in the same time span, so this can work on her. Otherwise, Rainforest Gourmet can also work, where using energy gives you an attack increase. Yeah, also it's usable for C though. Like an attack percent engine is just so incredibly rare right now. It's the only one essentially that's freely available. And when Caesar comes around, I'm assuming her engine will also give an attack percent. But I mean, that's an S rank engine, so good luck getting that. And I mean, yes, this buff doesn't really work that well for Caesar, the anomaly build-up, but I mean, the energy regen, everyone loves energy regen, right? It's not like, it's a no-brainer, right? Let me actually double check though what the Weeping Gemini does, because that might actually be a better option, Cosmo. Oh, it's impact. That's even more of a reason then, like, there's gonna be no other engine that gives attack then. Let me have a double check what Weeping Gemini does, because Rainforest Gourmet requires you to use up your energy. You may not really want to do with... Oh wait, no, never mind, sorry, Weeping Gemini. Weeping Gemini is better, I think, for Jane, because Rainforest Gourmet is good for Piper because she does chew through a lot of energy, whereas Jane does not. She like stays on field the entire time. And this, whenever a squad member inflicts anomaly, it can trigger on herself as well. It's not like somebody else has to do it. Thank you, Hazel. Good luck to you too. Remember, go to the subway. Go to the subway. We've learned that. Now here's the real question though. Did I prepare enough for Jane and Seth? I don't think I did, because they require a lot of materials. So, Sinnoh Mindscape 1, this is whatever. This is more shield and the passive lasts a bit longer. So, Sinnoh Mindscape 1, it's whatever. Sinnoh Mindscape 2 though, it increases the anomaly buildup, so that's always nice. Sinnoh Mindscape 3, of course, is just skills, so that's sort of whatever. It's not really that great. 4 is the amount of impact increase, so it helps him stun. 5 is skills again. And then 6 is, of course, the big one, where he does... It's like Ben's signature engine, where he does a huge crit. Should you pull an engine, Floxy? I would suggest no. As always, the only reason why I pulled the engine now is because I wanted Seth's engine specifically. Unless you also want Seth's engine and you plan on using him, I would not pull on the banner or the engine banner, because Jane works perfectly fine without it. Seth does kind of want it, but otherwise, like, those are every pull that you do. Let me put it like this: every pull that you do on the engine banner could be an S rank character that you could have gotten instead. His dace multipliers are quite good, yeah, especially on his parries and stuff like that, which I think is the whole gimmick of defenders, right? They don't do as much stun as a on-field stunner, but their defensive parries can stun sort of on par. That's what I made a video the other day talking about defenders and how they're sort of a jack of all trades, right? They do some damage, but they're more of a support and stun, but like half and half, as opposed to full on stun, full on support. Okay, but let's see though. I have... This is the same realization I made when I hit level 50, by the way. You look at your Denny's and you go, oh, I have 101,740,000 Denny's. I am absolutely loaded. I will never run out of Denny's. And then you go and you upgrade one person and then you like run out of everything, right? But thankfully I did pre-farm. I also pre-farmed a bunch of XP. So, to do this. Promote. Oh, and also we get a couple of standard roles as well when we promote them. So, our gambling is not done just yet. And yeah, defenders are essentially jack of all trades. Let's see. And then just like that, there goes literally almost all of my XP that I saved up. And there also goes like what? 800,000 Denny's. Woo! Let's also then upgrade Seth. I think I can get him up to 50. Although to be fair, I didn't claim the free XP that we got from Jane yet in the mail. The Nicole experience, yeah, exactly. Like the other day, I mentioned that I'm so excited for the Golden Week event to give me a bunch of Denny's. And people were like, why are you so excited about Denny's, dude? Like, it's just Denny's. I'm like, you do not understand the pain. Oh yeah, I am short on XP. Jane, give me some free XP, please. I don't think I can get him to 60 yet. Oh, okay, well, I can do a couple of XP runs to get him up to 50. But let's grab these master tapes. Let us also go and do some more gambling. I will say, just yesterday even, I did do a couple of standard pulls with the reset of the monthly shops. And I did get an S rank on the standard banner. And it was actually very nice. It was the Brimstone, which is Soldier 11's signature engine, which is very nice because I do actually have Soldier 11. Question is, will my luck carry over again? We have 5 pulls. Did we get something special on the standard banner? That's nothing. Wait, actually, I want to see, is Seth added right now or is it only going to be after the banner ends? Okay, no. So Seth hasn't been added yet, but I want to check. Do they say that Seth will be added afterwards? Yes, okay. So it says here, the limited S rank agent above will not become available in the star-studded cast stable channel. It does not mention that Seth will not be added. So Seth can be added afterwards. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to pull on the standard banner, because I'm going to wait until the exclusive banner ends so that Seth can be added into the standard banner so that there's a chance I can get him in my standard roles. That's what I'm going to do. Impact or energy regen on 6 slot for Seth. For me, honestly, okay, so generally, I would say impact for Seth. Because energy regen, you don't really need energy regen for him. Because one, his engine provides energy regen, and you don't really need that much for it. So you're gonna be parrying a lot more with Seth than you will be using his EX skill, right? So having your impact be increased would get you more. What I am going to do though, I am going to specifically build Seth in a different way. I'm going to be building him the way I want to, where I'm going to build him as a DPS unit. And yeah, so it's after the patch. So that's why I'm going to save some standards for hopefully getting extra copies of Seth. Okay, Jane, I have stuff for her ready already. So I have Electro Lip Gloss. I need to upgrade their engines as well. Oh, that's the other issue. I need to upgrade their engines, and that's also another huge sink of XP. All right, and then as for your discs, if I remember correctly, I think I set them on, yeah, Piper. I'm sorry, Piper, I'm gonna have to strip you of your discs. Give you green and blues. And metal here, anomaly proficiency plus 27. Anomaly proficiency plus 18. Anomaly proficiency main stat. Physical damage main stat. And then the anomaly mastery main stat here. I so desperately wish that... Okay, I would like to make a disorder team with Grace because I want you guys to see this nonsense. So I have an anomaly proficiency disc. Look at this slot 6 disc I have for Grace. 4 substat growth into anomaly proficiency, plus 45. It's honestly half as effective as the main stat of the slot 4 disc. Jane is second half the patch, so I was taking... Oh, yeah. So, at the end of the day, it is like that. I think what they will do, Polymac, again, I'm not too sure, is they might include the new A rank always on the second banner as well. Unless it is, you know, on that first banner. But I mean, again, we've only seen one patch where it's been relevant, so we'll have to wait and see. And Gustavo, for the Bang Boo, I would probably use S rank. Yeah, the S rank, what's it called? Plug Boo. I don't have it yet, but I have enough Boo Ponds to guarantee an S rank. Plus also there's the login event coming in out now as well. And no worries, Cosmo. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, but let's see though. So like I said, Jane has all of her stuff ready. Seth, I think I stored your discs on Anton, didn't I? Oh no, it was Grace, yeah. So, okay. Don't do what I'm about to do now with my Seth. I am giving Seth my Grace's discs. I'm going to give him... Okay, maybe not 4 Freedom Blues. What I'll do is I'll give him... I'm definitely giving him the Thunder Metals. So I'm giving Seth Anomaly sets. Because I want to do a thing where I'm going to try and do Shield Defense with just Jane and Seth, and no one else. Like, just the 2 of them. Not even a 3rd support. I probably should put, like, Swing Jazz instead here. If I have a Swing Jazz set. I guess, yeah, like, I can take off of Paul or Andy and put, or like Lucy here. Yeah, Lucy. Else here. But that's just something I want to try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for Disorder with just Jane and Seth. Because in the beta, when I was playing around, like, again, if I had gotten... Actually, no, this is perfectly fine. Especially with this, his Cinema Mindscape 2. His basic attack gets an extra anomaly build-up. So he can do some pretty decent anomaly build-up himself. Alright, I need to also do... Confidence? And for the A rank, I'm talking about Seth, sorry. Because Seth is a new unit. He's only on the exclusive banner right now. But he's not available yet in the standard banner yet. But he will be. Alright, let's also do this. Let's give Anby her Mindscapes. 3 copies of Anby. That's 3 copies of Seth I could have gotten. Gustavo, the reason why Electric is one of the, if not the best one for Disorder, because of the fact that the way Disorder works is that when you overwrite the previous element or the previous anomaly, the damage done is based on what that anomaly is. And so with both Burn and like Corruption, I think, it's effectively what it does is that burst of damage. It's not like you're getting extra damage. I mean, you are, but it's the damage that would have been dealt by the Burn if you had let it run out entirely. Or the damage that Corruption would have done if you had let it run out entirely. So it's essentially not really giving you more damage, but it's rather accelerating it. So instead of waiting for it to do all the ticks of damage, it does it all in one quick go. Shock, however, does the same thing, where it does the equivalent to what would have happened if you let it run out, plus a few extra ticks of damage. So shock is the only one where it does literally give you extra damage as well as, you know, speeding up the ticks from the regular shock. Let's see. Then we also have Piper at C4. Hello. And then do I even want to give Nekomata her Mindscape increase? Okay, I mean, I guess she does. Okay, back attacks are kind of good. I feel compelled now that I have to put, like, I have to make a team with Nekomata, Jane, and Seth now. I feel like I have to now because of this. It's like the game telling me to do it. The cat and the rat. Who knows? Maybe that's the meta team. Alright, let's go back to Seth. Upgrade his passive as well. Will increase the anomaly proficiency given. Ooh, okay. Here's the big issue now. I have not preformed enough. I need a lot of these, the purple materials for the core skills. And then, of course, there's also the Notorious Hunt stuff that I have to do. And then I also have to level up Seth and all their skills. Okay, I did not preform enough. So, let's start upgrading Jane. So, by the way, the ideal stopping point that you want to level up skills to, if you want to be efficient, right? You don't want to waste too many resources, is you want to get them to level 8 around about. Because the moment you start leveling them beyond level 8, it requires so much. Like almost too much, honestly. 8. I am gonna have to start crafting a bit more. Thankfully, I have been spending like the past few weeks having Nekomata run the store. I've got plenty of these skill chips. Same with card, yeah. Because, so, actually, I did some calculations literally just before the stream. So, if you want to level up a skill to max, to level 12, one skill costs 500,000 dennies, 5 of the basic skill chips, 15 of the advanced skill chips, obviously a hamster cage pass, and 50 specialized skill chips. 50 of them. Whereas if you only go to level 8 for one skill, 95,000. So you only need like a fifth of the dennies. And then again, you need 5 skill chips of the basic type, 15 advanced, and you only need 5 specialized chips. So a 10th of the specialized ones. Oh, the loot boss site. Yeah, as Forterator says, it's not really a scam site. I mean, okay, granted, there is always a possibility. There is always a risk, yes. But the way it gets that discount is because of exchange rates. So I know on YouTube there was a big hoopla about it recently, about how a lot of people, when they super chat, what they do is they VPN over to Argentina. Argentina is notorious for this, especially on like Steam, where people will ask Argentinian people to buy games for them because it costs like $1 for what is usually a $60 game, right? And then I think now that's why recently they made like changes where if you're in Argentina, you now pay in actual US dollars as opposed to like the local Argentine pesos. And it has absolutely devastated them there because now they're paying like a month's worth of rent for like a single game, which is crazy. And yeah, you need 250 if you want to max out like 5 skills, which is ridiculous. That's why you can very comfortably stop at skill level 8. And I don't think I have enough though, so I think I am gonna have to do a little bit of farming, a little bit more than I expect. And 2.5 million dennies, like skills. Also, the way they get you is that look at these early levels. It's like 3,000 dennies and 3 skill chips. You're like, oh, this is fine. Like, I'm just gonna spam click confirm because it costs so little. And then you realize, once you get to level 8, hang on, going from level 8 to level 9 costs almost as much as going from like all the previous levels. So you just spam left click like, oh yeah, confirm, confirm, confirm. Next thing you know, you're out like 200,000 Denny's. Alright, now let's craft all of these. Yep. That's it. It's a very common like video game trick that people do to like get people to not falsely, but like they ease you in, think, oh, this is so nice and easy, and then they wham, they hit you with like the big hard wall. Thankfully, I have a shit ton of these skill chips here. Oh, and Nova, I did see your message. Don't worry about it. I did see that you deleted the message. You know what you wrote. I know what you wrote. Don't worry about it. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, let's get all of these up. Thankfully though, I think Seth will be a bit easier because since I didn't pull for Qingyi, a lot of the recent events gave a lot of electric tactical chips. So 45 to get that. Before I do that, let me go over to Seth. And let's grade all of his skills. Moors and Bellium. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I guess, because I know a lot of people have been saying that you can see them in-game over at Lumina Square. Does it actually give them their names? Or does it say, like, unknown, mysterious Theron? Because, yeah, they are definitely in-game. Like, that's not a leak. That's just, you can go and see them. Right. Oh, they just calls them Young Theron. Yeah, like, the past few months, I have been doing nothing but put Grace and Nekomata in the store to farm up these skill chips. Probably should have prioritized Grace or prioritize physical skill chips a bit more because, like I said, we did get a lot from recent events of these electric skill chips. Oh! Unfortunately, I didn't read the names, but I think it was what, Mauler or something, but yeah, well, I can go back in the VOD and check, but yeah. I saw, oh, yeah, we're just upgrading our skills. What are you talking about? I guess that's more of a reason. Oh my god, I have 50 of these. Why do I have so many of these specialized skill chips? All right, from the events. Yeah, I guess it's more of a reason to tune into the stream so you can get hot new info right there and then. Actually, this is good that I have so many purple skill chips. I can deconstruct these. Yeah, I can dismantle them. About 10. I'm not sure if there are characters like that, but their models are in-game. So whether or not they, and like, I doubt they would put that much effort into like a random NPC. Take with that what you will. But again, of course, as usual, it's all speculation that we're talking about here. A little bit more. Already pulled in. Oh, you missed it, Jenkins. You absolutely missed it. It was a roller coaster of emotions. I went to Soft Pity. I ended up getting Nekomata, who I already have, by the way. So I got Nekomata to C1. But then, out of a fit of rage, I went... Okay, so here's the trick, by the way. Go to the metro, the subway station, and do your pulls there. Literally, the very next 10 pull I did once I moved to the metro station, I got Jane. Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting into the sticky zone of losing their 50-50s. 45, oh, 1,000. Okay, no, I have a... Wait. Oh, I do not have a lot of Denny's left over. I'm gonna save some of these at 7, just because I still want to grade some of Jane's skills first, and then also do some of these. Their names are in files under the enemy's category. Ah, I see. Alright, yeah, that's why everyone was talking about how they are also enemies, right? What is why do you have... Oh, is it because of the... Oh yeah, the Boo Resher. Alright, let's have not mistaken, this also... I've done more than enough pulls to get the seasonal task of 50 pulls. Means I can claim some more XP and a tuning calibrator. What Bang Boo do you use to play the Jane team? So, that depends, Rayson. If you are using Jane... Okay, so I don't have one just yet, but if you want a general advice, I would say either plug Boo, if you're using Jane, Seth, and like say Grace or Rena, or like if you can activate the passive skill of getting 2 electric units, because then you can build up the electric anomaly a lot faster, which means that you can then use Jane to trigger disorder a lot faster. If you can't do that, like let's say you're using like Jane, Seth, and somebody that isn't an electric type, you can use Officer Kui, the police Bang Boo, because then you get the can trigger the 2 NEPS units in. Is there a Bang Boo that can trigger assault more often? There is not, I think. Well, there is. So I think you're thinking of Bang Volver. Bang Volver does do a bunch of anomaly damage, but it is a bit RNG because the way his active skill works is that he does either a big bullet, which does a lot of physical anomaly, a regular build-up, which does an okay amount of physical anomaly, or literally nothing. And then, yeah, if you have 2 physical units, you can then do this. So if you have, like, say, Piper and Jane, Nekomata and Jane, there's a lot of different options. So you can go all in on Assault with Bang Volver. You can go for Disorder with Plug Boo and an electric type. Or if you want just like raw damage without really triggering any anomalies, you can go for Officer Kui. Yeah, my biggest issue with Bang Volver is the fact that this skill is RNG. Otherwise, it's pretty much the exact same as others. But honestly, I think people shouldn't worry too much about Bang Boos. Like, yes, they are useful, but they only they attack like what, once every 30 to 40 seconds, so they're not that impactful. I don't think there'll ever be a scenario where you're so glad that like the Bang Boo is the difference between like an S rank clear and an A rank clear or something like that. But let's see, what do I need? I need to bomb a bunch of Dennies because what, I had like 1.8 million Dennies, and then also the 250,000 from the gift. So I had like what, 2 million Dennies, and that's all gone, all of it. And I haven't even maxed out Seth's engine or like their core skills yet. I am broke. Thankfully, in the coffee shop, we have a Denny drop rate increase. Oh, actually, let's have a look and see what this coffee is, because this is brand new coffee. And yeah, they do at least give you an extra chain attack. Ooh, a nice little mocha tea there. The best luck ever. Oh, what luck is pulled? 2 S ranks in the same temple. Lycan first. Total loss 50, then Jane. Ooh, make sure. Oh, yeah. Mia, that's actually huge. Make sure that it is in that order, though. Because the ideal scenario would have been like if you check in your signal pool. Because if you got Jane first and then Lycan, you're set. You have guarantee ready. Alright, let's go over and teleport to the old Denny farming zone. Alrighty, we need a bunch of these. Don't worry, I won't ban you, Nova. I don't know if there are any your assassins watching the stream right now, but at least while I'm here, you're safe. I'm not gonna do that to you, don't worry. Alright. Oh, Shu Yen. What is this Shu Yen team? What is this old news? Get out of here with that. Seth is still only level 3. I do need XP still. I do need to farm XP a bit still. Let's go with just these 2. Raw, just that, 2 of them. Can I not deselect? not. Okay, I guess we'll stick with Resin Abu for the grouping probabilities. The moment you said your full name, you got to change it, lol. Oh, I'm sorry. You're welcome for the Bangbu help, though. Oh, you did get like a first. Ah, that's unfortunate. But I mean, hey, you can't be mad about getting 2 S ranks, right? She triggers assault so quickly. I'm gonna remind you, I have not. My Jane is not fully built yet. She's still like only has her core passive at the 4th rank, and her skills aren't maxed out, and her engine isn't fully maxed out. And like she's already triggering full assault on like 1 attack string. Oh my goodness, everything is just dying to assaults non-stop. Seth is just so cool. Look at this. Look at how cool that sword is. Skipping Jane Doe for Caesar. Okay, so here's my theory, by the way, Kevin. Lucy and Piper, next patch for sure. I don't know if they're both going to be in the same banner, but I'm almost guaranteeing that Lucy and Piper, like one of them is going to be in the first banner with Bernice, other one is going to be in the next banner with Caesar. Because if you look at all of the A ranks so far, every single unit has been on rate up once, except for those 2. And obviously 1.2 is the banner for Sons of Caledon, or the patch for Sons of Caledon as well. You feel like she's good with Corrin because once she's sent, yeah, that's true as well. There's so many possibilities. Again, I feel like I need to put Nekomata here because of the fact that, you know, I got her as well, and it's like the cat and the rat team. Also, forgive me for a second, I'm going to hide myself because the game is getting a bit choppy, I think, with all of my processes running all at once. Alright. So again, give me more money. I am in desperate need of it. Oh, and Seth is absolutely charge played, and I am not complaining one bit about that. I welcome that. I play with charge played in World. Oh, so much damage. And the nice thing about her as well is that she actually has a good bit of grouping. That is my biggest issue with both Jane and Soldier 11 is that their regular attacks don't have a lot of like AoE. Like that's why a lot of people hype up Ellen, because her basic attacks can like sort of swing together and group up a lot of characters. Jane can kind of do that as well. Like Piper will be in Caesar banner and Lucy for Bernice. Ah, that is true, yeah. Also because I feel like putting Piper with Bernice is a bit too on the nose, right? You're putting the physical anomaly with another fire anomaly, right? That's like if they had put Anbi with Qingyi. They're like sort of directly competing with each other. So I think it's better to space them out like that. Oh, you're nice. You got the Seth engine and Ben's. Oh, you're gonna do some Ben bigger damage now. And yeah, also like there's no way they're gonna do them all at once. I also need to do some XP farming because Seth is still only level 48. So here. And like, yeah, whenever I make these like educated guesses, I'll call them, it's always based on past banners, right? They don't stack like, who was it? They don't stack the same units or the same like competing units on the same one. Because what if, let's say Piper was on Bernice's banner. Again, if we think, put ourselves in Mihoyo's shoes, where we're trying to be greedy and grab as much money as possible. You're worried that somebody will get like a maxed out Piper before Bernice, and they go, you know what? Piper's okay, like she'll work instead, so I'll just use Piper instead of Bernice, and I'll stop rolling, I'll stop spending money. So yeah, that's definitely like what they're probably thinking up at the Mihoyo headquarters. Dude, Kevin, that's what I'm saying. There are so many people that like are sleeping on defenders. I can't wait for everyone to like turn around after seeing Seth, like a huge defender now. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, hang on. Defenders are actually kind of strong. Maybe we were wrong about Ben. I think the other issue with Ben is like he doesn't have that great of a team composition. Like how Seth, right at launch, gets Jane immediately, his best partner. Whereas Ben, like, not that many other great teams with Ben. There are like obviously the mono fire team. Ben is sort of like an alternative as opposed to like putting in another Lucy or something. He's not like the best option, but it's something else. Yeah, Billy especially. Billy at Cinema Mindscape 6 does so much damage. Like I've seen him solo like Shiyu defense stages by himself. But I mean that's the thing though, right? Like you need to get them invested. And I think a lot of people, the issue is that a lot of people aren't building Billy, they aren't building Ben because they're like, I need to funnel everything in. I mean, you saw how much it took to max out Seth and Jane right there. So like, for all we know, the ultimate team is like the worst characters that people think of. Like, everyone talks about Billy being bad. Everyone talks about Anton being a bit bad because, you know, the energy requirement. Everyone talks about Ben being bad. What if like the dream team is somehow Billy, Ben, and Anton? And the only reason we don't know that is because nobody has, you know, spent the time and effort in investing into them. But I mean, to be fair, every tier list, it's always the exact same thing. Like, in every single game, no matter, like, not even just Zenless Zone Zero, MiHoYo, like MiHoYo games, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, every other, like, Wuthering Waves, whatever you have, the tier lists are always the exact same. At S rank, you have the girl with big tits, the one that everyone is horny for. They are always going to be S rank, the limited sexy mommy character, right? Then also in S rank, you have the one character that people don't really want to admit to liking, but they use it because it's meta. For example, Lycan. No one wants to admit to being a furry and liking Lycan, but they have to use him because he's the meta pick, right? Then in like A rank, you have the 4-star supports because they can at least, their buffs are universal. They don't need to worry about doing damage. Then there's also the quote-unquote, the 5-star character that's a support unit that is future-proof because they're a support, right? They can't get power crept or whatever. Then below that, you have the attackers that are on what's it called, A rank. But if you have them maxed out at like Cinema Mindscape 6 full engine, suddenly they become S rank, right? Then like below that is whenever they give out a free unit. For example, Ben, who they gave out for free, they're almost always like considered trash, like C tier, because like, well, of course they're gonna give out a free unit because they're bad. Oh, blah, 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 right? Then at the bottom, at the very bottom, F rank, almost guaranteed, it's whoever your favorite character is. Almost every single time, whatever character you like is almost always going to be like the worst character. Like I remember when I played Genshin, I was such a huge fan of Beidou because like she had a great sword, her whole counter mechanic, and everyone was like, oh no, Beidou's actually the worst, right? She's so bad. Like, damn. And yeah, like it's always the ugly character that nobody actually likes, but because they're so meta, people have to pretend like they like them. Like, yeah, I love Bennett, he's so cool. He's like, and then you ask them, what do you like about him? They're like, he does a lot of, he buffs the team. Like, no, okay, but like other than the buffs, so what, like, do you like his character? Do you know anything about Bennett? Like, can you tell me what his character is like? And they're just like, Bennett machine go brr and gives damage buffs. That is every single game. It's non-stop like that. The characters that you like are never meta, and the characters that you don't want to admit liking are always meta. Like, you can tell, by the way, that I'm a fan of parrying. Beidou was a favorite of mine in Genshin, and now Ben and Seth are a fan of mine in Zenless Zone Zero. And bless us, I did already pull Jane. I was very lucky, and also unlucky because I got her, I got Seth to Cinema Mindscape 2. I also got an extra Nekomata along the way. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view that. Right now, I'm just trying to, what's it called? Build them up because I did not pre-farm enough at all for them. They require so much. Wait, I think I did do that right now. So, do
番号148
I have
主演
enough to
助けがいるな
max
ら
out Seth?
俺を呼べ
Yeah, just enough, I think. Yeah, just enough to get to level 50. I could upgrade him to level 60 or increase his cap to level 60, but that's 400,000 dennies I do not want to spend. So, I still need to do
任務か
skill
俺
materials
も
for
連れ
both
て
of
って
them,
くれ
right?
あんたがサンプルになってくれる
Yeah,
の
I need to do some skills. A lot of these. Fine using these now. More importantly, I need to do these. I need to do my weekly notorious hunts and a lot of these expert challenges. Yeah, we'll spend a couple of batteries on this. Nah, I gotta use them. Right? I gotta use.
あんたがサン
Look at this. Let me put Jane. Let me,
助けがいるなら
oh, I don't
俺を
have
呼
them
べ
leveled up. I would love to use Nekomata as well. So I'm really curious as to if the team would work with Nekomata as well, but be a very expensive team. I'll
あ
just
ら
put
プロ
Lucian
騎
instead.
士さんごきげんようですわ
But Bennett, alright, you know what? Just for you, Nova.
何のご
任務か
どん
And
な
also, I mean, they are weak to
対
fire
応
and
ご
physical,
し
so
私に
I'll go to my
あ
usual,
らプロ騎士さんご何のご用ですの
the regular fire team. Jane and Seth can absolutely clear alone. In fact, like what I'm gonna do is, like once I get them built up, my plan is to try and see if I can clear Shiyu defense entirely with Jane and Seth alone. Both sides. So what I mean by that is like, what I'll do is I'll obviously use Jane and Seth on one side, and then like I'll also clear with regular Shiyu and team on one side.
私ですわ
But I also want to see it like more so lower. So what I want to do is record Jane and Seth clearing stage 1, like the first half, and then do a second run where I switch the teams around and then splice them together to show like Jane and Seth clearing all 7 Shiyu defense stages, both sides. I'm sure they absolutely can do that. There's no way they can't. Especially with how like this cycle's Shiyu buff like is heavily favoring not only are they favoring anomaly, but also like the weaknesses. There's a lot of physical and electric weaknesses on both sides. Yep, that's exactly what I'm darker. Each time, like time each side, and then see if I can like get a technically speaking S rank completion with the combination of both their times. I need to actually pay attention now. A little bit more effort to actually just mashing it. That's not that, I don't know if it's because I'm streaming, but it feels a little bit choppy. I do the Shiyu defense. I'll probably have to report it offline locally, and then I'll upload it as a separate video. And forward to that, probably sometime this weekend or something. Depending on how long it takes me to like actually max out these characters. Okay, yeah, Kevin, that is a huge thing that I've like. That's my biggest issue right now with the game in general. The fact that team passes are so restricted to units, right? Like either same element or same. Because Jane essentially now either has to have Seth, or Piper, or Grace. Anything else, and like, it doesn't work. And like, I was a bit happy with the way they handled Shu Yen, where it's like any support and any ether unit. But like with Jane now, like, the only other two, what is it called? Police units You're not going to put Shuyen with her. You probably might not put Qingyi with her. And also, like, the other two units are both S ranks. So, like, if you, for what it, like, let's say you have, you didn't get Seth for whatever reason, and you have Jane. You need to put her with Anby or Anton or Rena then. I'm much more of a fan of the whole, like, I'm okay with any element. I'm not so much a fan of the faction bonuses. Did I get Jane? Fred, I did get Jane. Is she worth it? My go-to response for anyone ever asking, should you pull for somebody, is who do you like more? Do you like, just from a gameplay perspective, like from what you've seen in terms of how they play and how they look? Because I will tell you right now, if you ask anybody, is Jane worth it? Every single person will tell you, yes, Jane is absolutely a must pull. She helps you clear Shiyu defense, like so quickly, S ranks guaranteed. The issue with that is that people don't realize every single time a new character is introduced, the Shiyu defense stages are like tuned to like favor that person. Of course, Jane looks really good and does really well in Shiyu defense because the whole Shiyu defense is geared around anomaly units. I guarantee you, next patch, when Caesar comes out, Caesar's also going to look completely busted because the Shiyu defense there is going to be focused around defenders. I'm talking to, Fred over there, who asked about, you know, if I got Jane and stuff like that. But, like, I mean, also, there's still like 3 weeks left over on this banner. You don't have to put her just yet. Like, I know it's hard to make a judgment call right now because Caesar isn't out yet, but I have, if I were to make an educated guess, because there's 3 weeks left in the banner, I think next Saturday, so like a week and a half before the patch ends, they will do a 1.2 live stream where they will show off Caesar and Bernice. So you have plenty of time to like save up and wait and like watch other people's gameplay of Jane and then wait to see if more is revealed on Caesar and Bernice. Like, you don't have to pull her as soon as the patch launches, you know, you have some time. And yeah, like Edric says, Shiyu defense is always tweaked to like favor the new hotness, right? And Edric, my pulls were a roller coaster of emotions. I did get Jane. I did have to go to soft pity, and I did lose the 50-50. But the very next 10 pull I did, I ended up getting Jane. Go around and tell people this though. Go and do your pulls while standing in the subway station, like the metro area. The moment I moved there, I got Jane on my next 10 pull. Oh, Kane! That is a story I know all too well. Getting Nekomata the 50-50. That's what happened to me. Alright, I think I'll do one more little run here real quick. Because I think me streaming as well as playing is making the game a little bit choppy. Difficult to play. But I would like to essentially get these characters built up so that I can do the Shiyu defense as soon as possible. Like, I haven't touched Shiyu defense at all since the reset, because I was like, I knew I was going to go and get Jane and Seth, so I was waiting to get them. I haven't even cleared it regularly yet. See, 3 Nekomata. Oh my goodness, okay. My luck was thankfully not that bad. I guess you are the chosen one. Nekomata. How can you not like that big parry with Ben? And he just pile drives a big ass pillar into you. That's so cool. And then he swings it around like that and you get the perfect parry. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, okay, you have catnip on you. Like I said, what's it called? They can sense the desire there. Gotta go to the metro station. That's the key. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I was a bit concerned about that, so yeah, let me lower it a bit more. For some reason, like, the gameplay sound effects are super loud, but then, like, everything else is super soft, like the regular, what's it called, pulls and whatnot. We got Grace's signature and Rena's signature. Ooh, lost 50-50. Oh, lost 50-50 to Shuyen. To Rena, had to pull 150 times the total to get her. So you just saved around 70 pulls, you'll have to decide who to get. Erin, Bernice. I mean, Bernice, I mean, like I said, just go for whoever you like, right? And I mean, also there is, like, you have 70 pulls, you still have, like, what, 3 weeks. There's plenty of time still to worry about, you know, who you should pull and whatnot. Don't let the FOMO trick you. Don't let everyone pulling for Jane and all the videos like, oh, Jane is so strong. Don't let that fool you. 21k down to 35 and 900. Ooh. Thankfully, though, you will still, like I said, you do have time to, like, try and recoup some of that cane. Yeah, that is very rough. Edric, you're sitting at 36 pulls away from hot pity guaranteed. Yeah, 36 pulls in 20 days. That's absolutely doable. Absolutely doable. Because that's only to hard pity, right? So there's still, like, the soft pity. So that's when you hit 75, right? So realistically, like, once you get to about 18 pulls, you'll probably get it there. Yeah, I've spoken to a lot of people and they're all really excited for Miyabi. Like, that's the other character that everyone's waiting for. But the thing is, though, people were thinking that Miyabi was going to be in patch 1.3, right? After Bernice and Caesar. But now that well, the whole lighter situation is still all up in the air, right? We don't know if lighter is going to be an A rank or an S rank. And if he is an S rank, odds are that he would come after, what's it called? You know, in the same, like, string of Sons of Caledon. So Bernice, then Caesar, or Caesar, then Bernice, then Lighter. But then that makes you wonder, if Lighter is going to be after them in patch 1.3, who's going to be with him, you know? So it's kind of hard to predict how much time we have to save for Miyabi. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it'd be a split patch where it's like the first half is Lighter and then the next half is somebody from section 6. It could be Miyabi, it could be Haramusa, it could be the other girl with the Naginata, right? I would think, though, that they might do, like, it's hard to say. They could go double male and, you know, go Lighter and Haramusa, because there have been a lot of people have been saying, oh, where are the S-rank males? But I don't know if they want to go that hard into, like, going, okay, well, let's give them 2 back-to-back, you know? But yeah, like I said, we'll see in 3 weeks. We'll know for sure the Lighter situation in about, like I said, a week and a bit, because that's probably when the patch 1.2 live stream is going to happen. And then after that, we'll probably start seeing some more stuff for the patch beyond, right? Which is going to be Lighter and section 6 probably. More importantly, though, let's also check the messages that we sent. Okay, Seth, I'm sorry for ignoring you earlier. Let's chat. Also, that's a pretty cool profile picture, actually. Drained your account of all polychrome sources. Oh, Ellen and Officer Baker. Oh, I'm assuming Officer Baker is Officer Shuyen, because she got that cake going on, right? Alright. Hello, Seth. How are you? A clip for lonely people to watch. Do you have any tapes like that? Oh, is he lonely? Oh, poor little Seth. Huh? Cool, sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't send those messages. I knocked over my colleague's cup and she took my phone while I was grabbing some tissues. Are you still there? I don't need to borrow any tapes. Sorry to bother you. Really sorry about that. Oh, so even this stuff was somebody else. Sorry, I was just sorting out that list. Frank, he's gonna say, oh, I'll take it anyway. It's fine, just pretend that I didn't organize anything. Oh, poor little Seth. We get a DM from Jane? I guess we already got one from Jane, right? A while back. You lost 50-50 to Grace. Next 10 got Jane. Nice. That's such a roller coaster of emotions, isn't it, Will Grello? That's the same thing that happened to me. It's like no, no, it's over. This is it. It's everything's gone to shit. And it's like, oh wait, never mind. We're okay. Oh, and you got the engine for Jane. That's huge. That is huge, huge, huge. Yeah, I am currently broke because I haven't even maxed. Like, I did not pre-farm enough. I mean, I've got the batteries, so I'll probably go and do that after this. But yeah. All right, let's absolutely text the rat, as well as Seth. Actually, yeah. Bernice and Jane are sort of in contention. So if you're gonna not say, if you're gonna skip on Jane because you're worried about, you know, how useful she is, Bernice is going to be like an alternative. She's also an anomaly unit after all. Let's see. Launched a news. Oh, what is our new service? If it's a service where the manager personally keeps me company on my day off, I'll consider it. I really hope that is the service. It's a secret. Oh yes, come to the. No, it's Jane. Please come to the store. Woohoo! If you can recommend me a cool video tape for me, I'll think about recharging. Just let me know when you're not busy at the store and I'll stop by. Nice little evening date with Jane. Alright, but before that though, let's also message Seth. What? Seth not... You're not able to message Seth? Maybe like it has to do something first for it to trigger. I don't know. He's not in the context. Yeah, I kind of wanted to message him. Oh well. We still have Jane at least. Yeah, like I said, Jane is absolutely strong, and like the Shiyu defense is buffing her specifically. But I'm sure your standard Shuyen team, your Soldier 11 team, your Ellen teams can clear Shiyu defense. Ooh, okay. Don't judge me. I know all of you do the same thing as well. By the way, don't judge me. You're lying to me if you tell me that you don't also do this. Alrighty, now that that's done, the important stuff is out of the way. Any recommendations for today? Final Punch sounds like an action movie. Ooh, she likes it. Looks pretty good judging by the description, and I can always do with learning a few new moves. Learning what? Some boxing techniques. Is what she does considered boxing? Sometimes you need certain skills in certain situations, or it's easy to mess things up. Like, have you seen her pose when you look at the skill section? Yes, yeah. Oh, by the way, Edric, I am sure that modders are out there working furiously to take her jacket off. Once someone tried pickpocketing you, judging from the outcome, I suppose they did, because they ended up paying for their medical expenses. Ooh. Anyway, I'd like to rent this videotape today. Want to register for a premium card. It's so straightforward, manager, but I like that about you. Hope you'll recommend some other movies next time I come. After she registers her premium membership card, she takes and leaves. Like with the Shuyen, yes, yeah. And like, I think I saw on Twitter, or X, rather, supposedly, somebody made a Brazilian Nicole mod just recently. Got 3 Jane Does. Holy shit, Ben. Or Bean. Beni. However you pronounce it, but that is crazy. That is the chosen one. Everybody that lost their 50-50 to Grace and like Rina and Nekomata, you sucked away all of their their Janes. That's what happened. Yeah, that was it. This right here. This is the money shot. The tail wrapping around her leg. Like that's whoa.
どの値をご指名かしら
Brazil mentioned, though we don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. That like that like I want to like it's a very funny coincidence that the whole Brazil, like people were doing the Brazilian Hatsune Miku fan art stuff, and then like soon after that the like Twitter is like wiped away from them. All right, let's see. Actually, I wonder, what is the probability of that? Like, what is the probability of getting 3 Janes back to back to back? Because I think that is literally like lotto level stuff, right? Oh. There is a 6.6% chance. Oh, okay, 1.6 including guarantee. 1.6%, right? You hit that 3 times in a row, so that's 1.6 to the power 3. That is a literal like 0.0004% chance of happening. Getting 3 Janes in a row. And yeah, I really like the Hatsune Miku stuff. Like there was the Brazilian Hatsune Miku, and then there was like the other offshoots where people were doing like their own countries and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you're right. 1.6 because of guarantee, and then 2 0.6s because after that, you have to win the 50-50 every time, right? That's crazy. What's the thing with Hatsune Miku? So it wasn't really a gacha game specifically. Hatsune Miku is like a pretty old Vocaloid thing, but it's very anime adjacent. And then somebody just, for some reason, decided to like draw Hatsune Miku like as if she were Brazilian. So like Brazilian shirts, like tan skin, and then it just went viral. Everybody started like copying it, doing their own Brazilian Mikus, and then doing like Romanian Hatsune Miku, German Hatsune Miku, and all that stuff. No pull for it. You're giving Benny. You're giving me your blessing. Okay. Only because you're saying that you're giving me your blessing, Benny. Okay. I will do a temple because you are the person that got 3 Janes. Surely you can. Some of that luck will rub off on me. But first things first, we have to go to the subway station. Because again, I would not mind another Seth. I'll do 1 temple. I have like I have no pity left up, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not losing anything out by doing this. Benny, this is for you. If I get an S rank, I will scream. If I get a non-guaranteed S rank, that'd be huge. Okay, never mind. At least give me a Seth, please. If this is Anby, all right, I'm banning you, Benny. Fuck you. You're trying to make me lose the 50-50 to give you more Janes for yourself. A Sokaku engine, which I already have. Alright, at least on the bright side, it's 10 more pity towards Caesar when she comes out. It's fine. I still not message Seth. I guess not. Jatahu, I did get Jane, yes. It was a bit of a mission, but yeah, I did end up getting her. So whoa. It's not Ben and not Construction Boo. I want to get a picture of them. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see a Bangbu out in the wild, I have to take a picture because I don't know. It's so cool seeing the Bangbus out and about. This Ben, okay, not Ben, but like this Theron is just in the way. Somehow it became the symbol for the safe Twitter. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure on the timeline on if it happened before or after it. But yeah, like I guess maybe like it was happening in Congress that they were discussing it, and then it was only like decided on after the Hatsune Miku stuff. But yeah, there's Very coincidental that, you know, the Brazilian Hatsune Miku happened around the same time as the banning of Twitter. Yeah, it adds to the fact that they're like part of society. Like, can I speak to them? Oh, I can! Did you get the ticket from the payment desk? And I got it. Oh, they're so helpful, little bangoos. That's good to hear. Safety will complain if we forget the reimbursement voucher. They're so responsible too. Anyway, there's no room for us due to the extra materials loaded on the truck. But didn't Anton say we could grab a taxi back? If you want to find a ride that can fit me and your vehicle, I'm afraid we'll need a truck. I'm so thankful for the new Eridu Metro. It's such a great and reliable infrastructure. Oh, they're so happy. If they have the arrows. Oh! Ah, I see. Yeah. Little, like, between there or, like, on the sides of their names. Whereas you, yeah. And also, like, if you can't interact with them, they just have the speed bubble above their head instead when you get close. Speaking of, that's actually a good way to scout out for, what's it called? Some of those hidden quests, right? Where they don't have the blue marker above their head. You just have to walk up to them and speak to them. Thank you, Benny, for stopping by and trying to bless us with your luck. And Grizz, yes, I did already pull her. We spent about what? At the end of the day, I think it was essentially like the equivalent of a soft pity, right? Spending 80 pulls to get her. Is not mistaken, I had 30,000. Oh, I did spend quite a bit. I had 30,000. Yeah, I spent about like 90-ish pulls to get her. And 2 copies of Seth, which I'm quite happy with. As well as a few on the weapon banner as well for Seth's engine. Let's figure out what we want to eat and then choose the right exit. What's the rush? We can find a place as we walk. Hey girls, I know a good place to eat. It's called my place. Why don't you come back to my place? Who are you? No, absolutely not. I'm trying to slim down. Let's get some salad. Boring. Why are you being so picky about a kind stranger's suggestions? He's always like that. That's why I suggested leaving the station and taking a look around. Alright, there is the coffee sorcery event, which I already did. There is... Oh, right, I can do the trials, right? I'll quickly do that. And I'll probably call it a stream there. Can I really play this game? I mean, I'm playing it right now. Let's do these demos for a quick little, like, what? 2,000 Denny's and, like, 1 skill chip, I guess. And we already know how she works, but I'm interested to see how they, like, tutorial Seth and Jane. What do you... there we go. And then the skill, right? You know, honestly, maybe the fact that I did get, you know, obviously I would have preferred multiple Seth copies, but I'm okay with Andy copies since, you know, I do actually use her in Trien's team. Free combat mode. Cool. This is not the maxed out Billy like some people have, where it's like Cinema Mindscape 6. I think Cinema Mindscape 6 is the biggest thing for Billy. Like, the buff that he gets from that is so unique. It's not just like oh, he does more damage. Oh, he can do this now. It's like, if I remember correctly, it's a thing where as long as he doesn't get hit, he continually ramps up damage up until like 35% more damage on all of his attacks. It's not like others where it's like, oh, this specific attack, like his skill does more damage now, or his enhanced attack does more damage now. It's like everything. It just gets like a 35% damage bonus if you don't get hit or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's always like, I feel like that's normally the case, right? C2 and C4. because you know, 1 and 2 obviously have actual upgrades. C3 gives you just skills, which is like sort of whatever, and then C4 is obviously the next thing, and then C5 is the skills again, and C6 usually it's like it's nice, but we really need it. It's more like a the best way I can describe it is this Tsukaki thing where all of the buffs, all of her cinema mindscapes are like they help her supporting capabilities. They help her support more. But the moment you get to cinema mindscape 6, it's like, okay, this is not a support anymore. Now it's like, what if you want to use Tsukaki as a DPS? Which you might not want to. Yeah, see, like, the thing is, I do actually want to use Seth as like a DPS unit. That's the issue. So I am tempted. Like, honestly, his C1 is sort of whatever to me because it's like, it increases the amount of the shield, and it's whenever the shield expires, the anomaly buff that they get persists for another 10 seconds. But it's like, if you play correctly, the shield shouldn't be needed. Like the extra shield health shouldn't be needed, and it shouldn't be going away. So it's more like a makes it easier to play him. And then C2 is like, okay, now let's add some stuff to him in the form of giving him, you know, more anomaly build up. C4 is, okay, let's make him a stunner now as well, so increasing his support. Like I said, 2 and 3 are both like buffing what they do already. And then C6 is like, okay, fuck it. Seth is an attacker now. Make him do damage. And yeah, that's the one, Darker. Where his machine gun stance does like 35% more at C6. You're building Seth as a suited DPS as well. A fellow Seth charge blade enjoyer. Yeah, attack percent on a... that could work, yeah. So what I'm doing, again, we don't know, like, nobody's really tested it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Seth also use 4 swing jazz. I'm going to have him use the electric set. But that's only because I have an electric set. And also, I'm going to put him on anomaly mastery and anomaly percent proficiency on 4 and 6, because again, that's what I have right now, and I don't feel like farming different set of discs. I'm gonna try and go for like an anomaly or disorder comp with just Jane and Seth. I almost said sane. Alright, but let's see what the Seth demo looks like, even though I already know how he plays. Dude, I don't know how people weren't excited about that. Like, he has a charge blade. And also, like, this is just a personal thing, but in my opinion, the animations for Seth are way cooler than Jane's. Like, if you look at this little video here, like everything, the sword transformation, the shield transformation, everything is animated. Whereas Jane, I get that her whole thing is that, you know, she's a very agile and quick rat, but a lot of Jane's attacks are just, she teleports around the place. So you can't even really, like, see her animations, which kind of sucks. EX special attack. We're gonna start talking about Monster Hunter now. My goodness. So I have been I was a Sword and Shield main in Generations Ultimate, but every single time I play a new Monster Hunter game, I always change it up. So in, like I said, in Generations Ultimate, I was Sword and Shield or Greatsword. In World, I was Charge Blade. In Rise, I switched over to Dual Blades. When Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, oh my goodness, I am excited. There's so many different things I want to try. Gun Lance I want to try out. Just Charge Blade again, I want to try out again. Hunting Horn I want to try out. And the fact that, like, you can have... Oh, just regular heal. The fact that you can have 2 weapons on hunts and wilds, it's going to be so nice. When resolve is greater than 75% of whole thing. Alright, yeah. Now this is the basic attack. It sounds basic. Dude, I've been doing nothing but, like, the past weeks, I've just been, like, watching so many of the Gamescom videos of, like, people getting video access. But the issue, or my issue is, everybody's, like, obviously, if you've seen gameplay stuff, everyone's been saying that they can only release, like, 20 minutes of videos. Everybody and their brother and sister went and did long blade or longsword. Like, come on. Why are there barely anybody doing like the dual blades showcases or what else is there? Like the bow showcase. Everyone's doing longsword. There are too many weebs out there. I mean, I know it is the most popular weapon, but still, come on. Yeah, like, I'm curious to see though. This is gonna become a Monster Hunter talk now instead of a Denizen Zero talk. I'm curious to see if like what the meta is going to be for two weapons. Is it like, do you want two opposing weapons, so like maybe like sword and shield, and then like a switch axe, so that you have a very fast hitting weapon with like low range, and then you have you know, the big swingy weapon, or do you want like a ranged weapon and a melee weapon? Like you want a light bow gun plus something else, or like what's happening? Or like, do you bring a light bow gun specifically for the statuses, you know? For like all the status ammo. It'll be very, like, I can't wait to see what people come up with for that. And it's so huge that it comes out day one crossplay with all platforms. I cannot emphasize how huge that is. I have friends that also play Monster Hunter, but they're all on Xbox. Melee long range, yeah. That's what I'm probably gonna do is gun lance and like a bow maybe. If I were to take a guess right now. Rise multiple, yeah. And also the fact that, like, you know, also, I mean, with both Rise and World, that like it comes out on console first, and then only afterwards does it come out on PC. You never played with longbow gun? So I tried out so my issue with all of the ranged weapons, actually, bow guns and also the bow, is in my mind I was always like, I'm a hoarder, and I'm like, oh, but I have to then worry about ammo management, and I have to constantly, you know, make sure that I'm getting ammo to make the blast nuts or the blast ammo, and I need to make sure I have enough to craft piercing ammo, and that was always like a deal breaker for me. But then I started trying it out in the world with light bow gun, and it wasn't that bad. All right, let's see. Jane has an extra dodge. Yep. Someone asked me to do 3 dodge counters. Yeah. And 3. Oh, they even give you Seth right here as well, like the two of them together. When Jane triggers perfect dodge defense position or skill that deals damage to enemies, she can attach stream. The limit. Yeah. Jane deals damage while under passion. It'll consume passion stream. Of course, passion stream block. Yeah. Accumulate the maximum amount of passion on the passion state. Dodge counter. Okay. I'm in passion state. Dodge counter. Also, yeah, this is what I mean. Like, look at her attack. She's just teleporting around. You don't actually see Jane. Like, you barely see her at all. Whereas Seth, you get to see the whole sword transforming and like morphing into the charge blade and stuff like that. Jane obtains 1 basic attack. Activations, hold the attack button. Like, look at this. You don't really see her that well. Like, she just teleports around. Whereas with Seth, you get to see like the whole transformation. There's no Seth in boss. Oh, there's no Jane in bossing. Say, yeah. You just gotta believe that she's there. Oh, you don't have your charge up yet. I feel like the recent games like oh, absolutely, yeah. That was a big thing as well. Like, World, a lot of people like call World like baby's first Monster Hunter because it was for a lot of people. But yeah, they did a lot of quality of life changes, like the radial crafting menu and stuff like that, which is good. Like, it makes people try out more weapons and stuff like that, which is very nice. The only complaint I would say about them simplifying some stuff is with regards to I don't like the hunting horn in Rise. It feels like a whole different weapon. And yeah, Jane's attacks are essentially you teleport around, except for when you get the killing blow, the wipeout, and then it's like it's the perfect pose where you like see your ass, which I guess like all of the effort. Jane teleports around, so you barely see her. But if you do get a kill and end the battle on one of those flashes, each and every individual pose where she is visible is handcrafted that you can see her ass or something like that on the wipeout screen. They just min-maxed the factor there. But yeah, like after watching some gameplay of World, not World. That's gonna be very difficult for me. Wilds and World both starting with W, so MHW now can be either or. But yeah, like I'm so glad that Wilds has like traditional hunting horn, where you actually play the notes and stuff like that, or like you actually have to like perform. Whereas Rise is more just like Rise hunting horn felt like Hammer that just somehow every now and then just threw out a buff as well. But let's see. I still need to do more farming for what's it? Yeah, I heavily underestimated how much I had to farm. Because mainly for the skill stuff. Yeah, I still need a bunch of these, and then I need to do Notorious Hunt, which I'll do in just. Again, it's always escalating, right? So it's crazy to think that the amount of these purple materials you need is 60. You need 60 of these to max out a skill or a passive. 30 of them are for the first 5 levels, and the next 30 are for just one additional level, which is wild to think about. You tried your Monster Hunter career with World, damn good times. Well, Edric, Wilds might be a good excuse to come back. It does look to be quite an exciting game, I will say. Yeah, 6 is way very like, again, when you think about like the opportunity cost, I could get Jane's skill to like core passive to level 6, or I could get Seth's all the way from 0 to 5. Like, it's a no-brainer. I was actually gonna say, like, literally after the stream, I was gonna make a video about how they are being very stingy, and like that's why I'm curious. So, remember in Impact 1.1 where everybody got 10 free batteries from Shuyen, and then today we got another set of freebies from Jane. And I know initially when you look at it, it's like, oh, this time it's only 5 batteries from Jane. But when you think about the materials that she gave us, like and like I'm just, because I know like the big thing that or at least that I'm coping with is that like there will come a time, just like in Genshin and Star Rail, I would hope, where like because it's still early on in the game, we don't have a lot of like stuff stockpiled up. I'm sure eventually there will come a point where we have so much of everything, like we have billions of Denny's, where as soon as somebody comes up, we already have everything we need. But how long it'll take for us to get there? That is another question entirely. Because that would be a very nice time to be a kid. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, I do think that the stream is a little bit glitchy when I come back because I'm also, streaming and stuff like that. is a bit intensive on the GPU and CPU and whatnot. Oh, I thought you were gonna attack there. I was ready to parry. This is the awkward thing about Ben. When you're like, let me parry your attack, and then like something happens that they stop attacking, and then you just sat there with Ben. It's like, come on, do it, attack me already. Oh, I'm absolutely a parry enjoyer. I got Ben maxed out at C6 and his signature engine. Although it's not, engine isn't maxed out, but it is obviously something at least. It gives him that big defense chunk. All right. Oh, Notorious Hunts. I need to go and do that. Yeah, it's like, come on, do it, bitch, you won't. Okay, unfortunately, I will have to use a regular Shuyan team for this because it is an ether. It's fine. It's crazy to think as well, like, I didn't bring it up as much because engines are a bit more of a different thing because you can interchange them, but like, I'm struggling now to scrounge up the resources to level up and upgrade just Jane and Seth in terms of their character skills. This is nothing to say about like their engines, which I still need to increase as well. Like that's a whole nother ballgame. But again, the theory is that, you know, ideally you would maybe have like an engine already that can just stop along. But I mean, for somebody like, again, Seth, where I had to grab his new engine, it does kind of matter. Next year, double blue versus resin blue. So that's actually very interesting you bring that up because, like you can probably see, I am using the resin clan. Oh, sorry, devil blue here. So the reason why I am using devil blue here, as opposed to resin blue, which I do normally use resin blue, is because this is a notorious hunt. It's always going to be a 1v1. So the anomaly build up and damage that the devil blue does is more. But in sheer defense, I normally use Resonant Boot because of the fact that it can group up enemies, which Devil Boot cannot do. And that utility of grouping up the enemy is worth a lot more than, you know, a little bit more damage. Alright. Yeah, Devil on bossing and then Resident on like card control. Multiple enemies. There's okay, well, I was a bit useless there because it's already dead, but the Devil Boot does do more damage with its attacks. And also it's just, you know, easier to get. Especially if it is maxed out. Okay. Issue is a bit laggy with me screaming as well. I'm probably gonna have to do the Shu defense runs off screen then. I don't have this lag. Also, because Devil Boot does do a little bit more anomaly increase as well. Which can help, you know, to trigger the corruption effect for Shuyan's. That's the 4-piece disc set. But you need 80 speed corrupts to get that extra quick damage bonus. Oh, I did not pull. So here's the thing, I don't know if I want to pull for Officer Kui just yet, because I'm not sure if I want to use Officer Kui or Plug Boo on the Jane team. So I have a guaranteed Bang Boo ready. I just don't know who I want yet. And also for, like I said, for when I try and do the when I try and do the Jane and Seth only Chi defense, I want to do it like literally only those two and no bamboo. Maybe I'll use obscure with them as well, but yeah. The electric boos are not like that, Darker. The only bang boo, well, I guess some bang boos can do some grouping, but Resident Boo is the only one that can do it that well, where it can like literally suck them in. Some other ones can also group them, but it depends on them being like close enough and stuff like that. Alright, let's do one more. Even though it is a bit laggy, we'll do another round. Oh, also, what's up, Totem? A long time no see. Back when I used to play Pokemon. Old name. Glad to see you stop by, though. Alright, let's get another stun. Back again so I can parry. Oh no. Also, okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I am playing on mouse and keyboard right now. I recently bought a controller, and I don't know why. Like, I would consider myself a gamer. I used to, play a lot of games with a controller on Xbox and stuff like that. For some reason, I tried playing Zelda Zone Zero with a controller, and I could not wrap my head around it for some reason. Like, I guess my muscle memory was so built into how I play on PC that like I couldn't function with a controller for some reason. I don't know if it's just me, like it felt like the equivalent of whenever you like give your parents a controller and you're like, hey mom, dad, try and play Call of Duty, and like they just don't know how to like use both analog sticks at once. I don't know why. I tried to take a guess why, because on mouse and keyboard, I never have to move like my fingers or anything like that. It's always ready, if that makes sense. I missed my combo here. Whereas, also, I have parry on spacebar, so my left hand is what does the parry, like my thumb going out. Whereas on a controller, it's on your right hand, on the the right bumper, and that messes me up so badly. Like my muscle memory is, if I need a parry, my left hand needs to do something. But on controller, it's your right hand for some reason now. Playing with control, I think it's just like, the muscle memory, and it takes a while to get used to. App swapping is better on controller? Yeah, spacebar is so, spacebar is such a nice, it's literally just a giant panic button, literally, because of how big a spacebar is. It's like, oh shit. You're about to get attacked. Just press this button to get out of jail free. But yeah, going backwards is a bit of an iffy thing on mouse and keyboard. That's why I specifically rebound the key. So default it's C, which is a bit weird to press. So instead I have it bound to control actually. So like the way I play is my three fingers, or like my three middle fingers are on WASD. My thumb is hovering over spacebar the entire time, and my pinky finger is hovering over control right now. If I ever need to switch backwards. I'm actually trying to pay attention now to the game and not fuck up my comments. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Andy. Why I still play quick one? I got bored of the same teams going up against them in competitive games, and I'm waiting for what's it called, Legends ZA. That's when I'll make my grand return to Pokemon. I hope it's good. That's the only thing. I hope that Legends ZA is good. I mean, Legends Arceus was good as well. Only hope. For fighting, you take controllers better before menuing. Oh yeah, absolute menus always mouse and keyboard. The fact that you can swing around and do this. I'm just glad that the menus on controller aren't like the Destiny one where you have to move a pseudo mouse with the analog stick and you can just select around. Oh, can you not change the Wait, no. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure this game can use PlayStation icons, but yeah, I do understand the issue of when they always use Xbox. Yeah. Okay. Gustavo understands my pain. Literally, I haven't touched Destiny in months because Lamau, dead game. But yesterday I decided, let me try out playing Destiny on controller, because again, I did just buy a new controller. It was horrible. It felt so slow. It felt so ridiculously inefficient. I'm like, no, there's no way. You wonder if Zeta will be on the next Nintendo. Ooh, I do wonder if it'll be like, what is it called? On like Switch 1 and Switch 2. That would be very cool. Oh, the moment I bring out Pokemon, suddenly now Hito comes back. Ah, I see. Do I need to bring up Super Mario 64 speedrunning? Will that bring out Lone as well or something? Alright. Look at that. 30 of these purple materials for level 6. And it's what is it increase? 3% more crit rate and an extra 0.01 per anomaly point. Oh, you clicked on her Destiny. Oh, yeah. Yuji's gonna... Oh, actually, speaking of Destiny Mobile, now, surely that is the solution. Instead of using a mouse and keyboard or a controller, touch screen menus. Yeah, like, for 30 of these, you could just straight up upgrade Seth to like, okay, well, I've already done him a few times, but 30 would get him all the way up to rank E here. This is also not that much of an increase. It's 5 anomaly proficiency. But I mean, when you think about it, 5 anomaly proficiency is 5 anomaly proficiency, but also a little bit more crit rate because of Jane's passive as well. So I'll also do that here. Touchscreen on ZZZ. I'm deathly curious as to how people play this game on mobile with touchscreen. Like, this is so action, like, okay, I understand Honkai Star Rail because it's turn-based, but this is so action-packed and there's so many buttons to be pressing, like the dodging and the attacking and the moving around and the skill and the parry. How do you do this on a mobile? It baffles me. I don't think I have enough Zoomer ADHD cells in my body to handle that. My brain would crumble trying to process all of that. I know I've been using the fire team for this, so let's try out this. Let's try out Jane and Seth. You use tablet? Okay, that's at least a little bit better resume because tablet, it's at least a bit bigger. But on like a small dinky little like mobile phone, like, well, I say small, phones have been getting bigger and bigger, but like on like true mobile, that's wild. That's so crazy that a single attack string guarantees insult essentially. Come on, attack so I can parry. Oh, that's not the correct one. Alright, let's get Seth in here. Get some charge blade action going on. And yeah, like I said, Seth already has like full energy there without even having an energy burst. Look at that! It's almost already built up the full electric anomaly on Seth. Not that it matters on this guy because he already is electric anyway. Right. Increase charge speed. And stun. Oh, this is my only issue about Seth. His chain attack is so long. It's like the Sokaku meme of him just doing, like, look at that. Oh, okay, that just chunked out half his health bar. Look at that. that entire attack, you don't even see Jane because it's all teleport around. But the moment you get the wipeout, it's perfectly designed so that the finishing pose is her like showing off her ass to the camera. And if I'm not mistaken, this is like considering that Seth lost, oh, like got nerfed in terms of his anomaly build up. Ooh, look, how to overcome losing 50-50. It's just to remind yourself that the banner just started. There's still 20 days left. You still have plenty of time. Try and get Jane. Oh, get enough rolls for Jane again. Attack me so I can parry. There we go. One basic attack. Oh. Alright, now we need to go for a stun. The moment you're stunned, it's game over. Because of how much damage I'm about to do to you. It's so nice, like, just having a defender that gives a shield so much. It's also nice because of like, the fact that, what's it called? You can just, like, face tank hits, which is so fun. I'm curious, can I kill you without even stunning you? Oh, can I get it? How much this does. Oh. Oh, it's because I didn't trigger a disorder there. There's a disorder. Can I get another disorder back to back? Yes, I can! That's so, like, when you can build up that anomaly fast enough, you can, like, trigger shock, trigger assault, that gives a disorder. While that shock is still active, you can then go back. That's what I'm trying to do with Seth and why I haven't built for anomaly. If I can consistently go between shock, assault, shock, assault, shock, assault, shock, assault, that is a disorder every single time, as opposed to, you know, the way people think about it, where it resets and then only when you like do assault or shock and then assault do you get it. Like every single anomaly application is a disorder, as opposed to, you know, doing it in pairs. Seth almost, yeah, like just defenders in general, like, you know, getting the what's it called, getting that shield. That's why I think people are so excited, or I'm also excited for Caesar. If her shield does give you anti-interrupt and you can just literally face tank attacks, you no longer, like, it's literally, you don't have to worry about dodging anymore, you don't have to worry about parrying anymore. It sort of moves towards what Genshin Impact is, where like enemies aren't even like an issue. It's how well can you do, like, optimize the flowchart of attacks. Like, I remember a while back, I went and I watched like what a Genshin Abyss run is like nowadays, and it's like the enemies are essentially a non-factor. It literally does not matter what the enemies do because the skills just play themselves. Yeah, exactly. Zhongli in the Xenozone Zero. Another disorder? Go back to Jane. Hope you get another disorder. My nose is itching. Oh no. Is he like super charged? His arm is like super glowy there for some reason. Death. You're so dead after this. I don't know if that kills. Oh no, it does kill. What am I saying? What am I saying? I don't know if that kills. It's Jane. Of course it's gonna kill. Here's the thing, Loke. This is not even Jane with her signature engine, and more importantly, this isn't even like a leveled up engine. It's only level 40 or something like that. Also, Seth's engine is level 1. That team right there, with just the two of them, is far and away from what they can actually be. This is a level 40 engine only. And as for Seth, it's level 1. Yeah, it's level 1 only. I completely forgot about that. His attack is barely anything there. Oh, that's pretty fun. And like, their skills can still be upgraded more as well. I probably should get around to actually upgrading these. Yeah, this is absolutely... If you do buy the Battle Pass, this is absolutely a great alternative for Jane, because when there's somebody with an anomaly, which is almost always going to be the case, just 10% more damage. Or 10% more attack, and then 15% more damage. And again, so I specifically went for this engine because it is the only freely, quote-unquote, available engine with an attack percentage. The only other attack percent engine is from the Battle Pass. Here. And it's pretty good as well. Like, it's also a defender. It also gives an attack bonus. And it also gives energy regeneration, which is okay, I guess, for Seth. Like, Seth's engine also gives energy regen. It just doesn't give you that anomaly build-up, which again is, I think, why Seth is doing so well, because of how much anomaly he can build up by himself. But let's see. Let's actually try and upgrade them a little bit here. Yes, oh, it needs to be level 55. But to be level 55, I have to spend like 400,000. Okay, no. Seth, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to stay on skill level D. But I mean, it's okay. The only increase would have been like 5 more anomaly proficiency points. But I am not ready to spend 400,000 of my Dennies on this, because there are still skill levels that I can increase as well. Speaking of, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you're getting the Battle Pass one. I mean, yeah, the Battle Pass also, like, to be fair, like, I'm complaining about being broke. The Battle Pass does fix that a lot. Like, if I were to buy the Battle Pass right now, aside from a bunch of extra batteries, 6 of these investigator logs, which do stack up, 12 of these, which is effectively like a couple of extra station materials, 60,000 Dennies. I mean, you do get some pulls as well. Like, these stack up over time. Like, an extra 8 character XP stuff, 120,000 XP. There's 20 together XP, that's quite a bit. Another 12 there, 180,000. It does sort of stack up. Oh yes, also that is a great point that you bring up, Greater, as well. Not a lot of people realize this, but you can dismantle, what is it called? Yeah, dismantle the Bamboo XP, which you probably don't really use that often. These. Oh no, sorry. I think it was these. Oh, manage item. I think it was, yeah, these. And it's an okay amount. I mean, especially because, like, you're probably not really using them, so it's literally free Dennies. Where was I? Alright, I wanted to farm some more skill chips for Jane. I don't know if this is just me, but I hate when I can't get a round number of cards in. So, like, this is 37. If I were to use a battery, I would get 97. I could only do like 4 of these, which I don't know. For me, it feels like so inefficient. It's like, It's not really a new Denny farm. It's more of just like, if you're really in a pickle, you can just, you know, dismantle some of this stuff. It's not that much, but it's something, you know. Actually, wait. Yeah, like you can also dismantle your discs and they also give times. Oh, I think it's if you level them up, you can get discs. I should probably clean my discs out. Look at all this. I guarantee you none of these have good stats as well. None of these have good stats. They're all horrible. If I just pick a random one here. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Energy metal or energy regen on slot 6. Who's my third company? That is a very good question, Loke. I do have a Grace. So I would like to try out... That's the thing. I would like to try out so many different things. So for what I know is I'm gonna try and use just Jane and Seth and Shiyu defense to see if I can prove a point to say you can literally use anyone as a third option and it will work because Jane and Seth alone can like duo clear it. But I want to try out Lucy, Grace, of course, for disorder. I also want to try out Nekomata. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'd be good. But I mean, I did end up getting her at Cinema Windscape 1, so I feel obligated to use her. I feel bad having her sit on the bench despite getting 2 copies of her. But yeah, like, if you saw how crazy fast Seth could build up that anomaly, imagine if I had given all of these discs, which are like an anomaly set, to Grace, who is, you know, dedicated to building up anomaly anyway. Nekomata's C1 is essentially, if she gives back shots to somebody, she does 16% more damage, and if they're stunned, any attack is considered a back shot. You can see here, yep, when attacking from behind, she ignores 16% of their physical resistance. If they're stunned, all attacks are considered back attacks. So just a straight up, if you play correctly, you can get a permanent 16% damage increase essentially. Do I even want to look at what her second Mindscape is? I don't want to know because I want to say that I will never get it, but out of curiosity. There's only one enemy on the field and Nekomata's in combat. Her energy regen, that's actually not that bad. I hope I never have to worry about getting that though. Yeah, she absolutely needs a stunner. Because I mean, again, that's all, her whole thing is that she Here's the thing though, Nekomata is weird. You, like, again, we can look at this and say, oh, so she needs a stunner then, right? But at the same time, her whole gimmick is that she wants to dodge counter. Yeah, when Nekomata dodge counters or quick assists, she gets increased damage. But when they're stunned, they can't attack, so you can't dodge counter. I mean, I guess you can try and quick assist from a support unit, but depending on how long that is, like, a stun duration probably is a little bit longer than 6 seconds. So that's why I want to use her with Jane, because her core passive, after any character is inflicted by assault, which as we saw is very easy with Jane, increases the damage of Nekomata's EX special attack by 35%. And then also if I can somehow get a dodge counter off by not stunning them, you know, just letting them do anomalies, I can get like 35% damage from this, 35% damage from that, and it could be a lot. And also, yeah, Seth basic. But the issue with Seth basic attack though, yes, that can trigger an assist over to Nekomata, but Seth, you really, 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 really want to have that assist go into Jane. Because, this is, also, look at the, people are talking about power creep, look at this. This is a launch character S rank. This is what their passives are. One sentence. The very next patch, an A rank character. This is their passive. A wall of text for both. But yeah, the reason why also you want Grace or any anomaly character specifically to be assisted after Seth is that they get that shield and they are the ones that get the anomaly proficiency bonus, not anybody else. It's not a team-wide shield. So, like, yes, if you give the shield to Nekomata, it does give her the quick assist, so she does get the 35% damage bonus, but the anomaly proficiency does nothing for her. Actually, I want to see like how long of a text is Jane's thing as well. Yeah, Seth's is longer than Jane's. You actually have to scroll down for it. anybody else have one there you have to like scroll for? No. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier power creep. It's not power creep in terms of skills and damage. It's to power creep in terms of having to read more. Everyone's greatest weakness. Literacy. Yeah, that is the other issue. Like, I think I said as well. They both want to be on field. Nekomata, like they both have the same sort of gimmick where Nekomata wants to dodge counter. But then again, Jane also wants to dodge counter with, where is it here? Okay, I don't think it's written here anyway, but it's like her, oh no, it's her passion state. Her passion state is, revolves around dodge counters. Yes, here it is. Activating perfect dodges. So they both want to be on the field. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, yeah, Darker, just recently, like last week or so, I was like, oh, let me reinstall Master Duel and let me try out a duel. It's been a while since I played, so I D-ranked all the way down to rookie. Surely there's not going to be any like super meta hardcore decks here, right? It's rookie rank. This is going to be everyone playing their pet decks. I'm going to see some like silly Blue Eyes decks, a Dark Magician deck. Let me use my Weather Painter deck and have fun. First match I get placed up against in rookie, the lowest of low tiers, is somebody running like Cash Tira. I'm like, bro, come on. Come on. Alright. The important thing is, I've been yapping enough because I've been trying to stall to see if I can regenerate enough energy. Oh. Again, it feels so dumb to not have a nice round number here, but it's fine. I will do it anyway. I could, if I just wait 10 minutes, I could get 100 and do a full row of 5. It feels so... But it's fine. I'll do it anyway. Yes, this is physical. Good. Yeah, I think that's also why people like the Lucy thing. I even mentioned it myself, like, the fact that Seth can back assist to the previous character is so huge. Because now that allows, like, 2 supports, essentially, and they both can quick assist into Jane. Like, Seth can back assist into Jane, and then Lucy can also forward assist into Jane as well. It's so cool. It really emphasizes, like, a hyper carry. Because both of them can, like, go into it. Wait, can you... Hang on. I just realized something. Can I cancel out of this attack? Does it only consume the charge after the end? So I'm going to do the hold attack and see if I can dodge out of it. Oh, okay, no. It does start using a little bit of the bar, but not fully. Okay, no, it does actually consume the bar. So you can't really cancel out of it, per se. Can I get those things? Oh! Okay, no. Oh, that would like just look like a sliver of health. Get him, Jane. Okay, hang on. How do I get... Can I get... I want to see if I can get a wipeout screen with both of them on screen. Come on. Oh, I wanted them both on screen. Oh, okay, it's fine. I was trying to go for the aesthetic wipeout. At least I got the Resin Abu just chilling there in the middle. Yeah, more copies of Lucy also. That's also a big thing because Lucy at C6 is a huge game changer. Because I don't think people realize, like, Lucy's mindscapes are probably like some of the best mindscapes in the game. At Cinema Mindscape 2, she can trigger the cheer on with just an assist, or a chain attack, sorry, rather. So you no longer need to get like 50 energy. So already, an easier time to trigger an attack buff. And then at C6, the cheer, like 1, the anybody can now trigger, or anybody can extend cheer on effect by just using an EX special. And then also the boars do a bunch of damage as well. It's the flip model of Officer Shu Yan's play, where the stunner gets the... Yeah, that's also a really nice thing. Like with Shu Yan, it's all about burst damage and she comes in, whereas Jane is like, she's the one that does all the damage. I like both though. Like, I like the whole Jane being active in the field, and then every now and then you coming into Seth. Like, that's the thing. Not really an issue with Jane, but like, well, not an issue with Shu Yan, but like, I spend more time in the field with Anvi than I do Shu Yan. And when Shu Yan does come on the field, it's against a stunned enemy. So it's like, it's that same issue that I mentioned with Genshin Impact, where it's not really playing against enemies. It's like, okay, it's basically a training dummy. Like, it's not fighting back or anything. Whereas Jane, like, you know, you get to do the active dodging and parrying and all that stuff, which is really fun. Should have pressed EX. Oh yeah, to try and get the old EX so that it lasts for a long time to do the animation, and then switch in Jane for the cool wipeout screen. Also, what's up, Fizzy the Fox? Kind of noisy that you can't see the damage number when one-shotting. Yeah, that is another thing. Like, the visual clutter, like, it's very annoying. Like, I remember when I was trying to check damage calculations for the engine comparison or the Camellia Golden event, and I was attacking with Soldier 11, and like, for one swing of the sword, there's like 5 numbers that appear. It's like, dude, calm down. Can't you just add them all up and put them in one number? Although I guess it makes sense, you know, visually, like, more numbers, it's like more hits. It's like, oh, it looks cool. But yeah. What does my Shu Yan stats look like? They're not the greatest. They're okay. 39, like, so 40 crit damage, or 40 crit rate, 130 crit damage. But again, this crit rate gets boosted by 30% essentially. So realistically, it's 70% crit rate. 70% crit rate, 3000 attack, 130 crit damage, but that gets boosted by 20, so it's really 150. And then stacking up 5.5 times, 6 times, so it's like what next? So like in total it's another 50. So in reality, crit damage can go up to like 180. So it's like 70 crit rate, 180 crit damage once you like ramp up and take into account all of these effects. Ellen feel really Ellen. Oh, okay, well I don't have Ellen, but yeah, my thing with Ellen was that she is similar to Shu Yan in that she has to build up those charges, right? The enhanced ice attacks, but you'd have to dodge a lot for them. Like Shu Yan can get a lot of those enhanced basic attacks very easily by just, you know, chain attacking or assisting, or I guess if you have Cinema Mindscape 1, she can very easily get those enhanced basic attacks, but Ellen feels like a lot more work to get those enhanced attacks. Unfortunately, you can either... Yeah, the damage... I really wish I could see the damage numbers a bit more clearly, because it would help out with testing so much more. And yes, you can get more crit from Nicole C6. I do not have her at C6 though, unfortunately. But yes, you can get like an extra 15% essentially. 1.5% stacking 10 times. So yeah, 15% more. You could go up to like even more there. Of course, I don't have Nicole. I was gonna say if I did somehow get a Nicole from my pulls earlier, I would have gone to C5. I would have then bought out the one in the shop to get to C6. But until then though, I don't want to buy it now, because if I buy it now, all it is skill level increase, which is not really worth it in my opinion. So I'd rather save those extra signals in case I get like, you know, let's see. So I have like, if in an emergency I can get what, 23 rolls here from all of these. Yeah, 23 rolls here, all saved up from these. This is like my oh shit fund. Like I'm ideally not gonna have to use these, but just in case, I have them there for a reason. Wait, no, Nicole does give crit rate, not crit damage, right? I'm pretty sure. It's crit rate, yeah, not crit damage. It's considering that, but you want to save the 140 mats? Yeah, it's literally a retirement fund. That's why I also like, I know some people, what they do is, as soon as they get the polychromes, or the monochrome as well, they immediately convert it into the tickets. I don't like doing that. I like to create as much of a barrier of resistance as possible to roll. Because if I click this right now, it'll first ask me if I want to convert these polychromes to the tickets. So if I can create as much friction to, like, if I were to go ahead and if I were to buy these right now, I would have 23 sitting here, and that number would tempt me and say, oh, hey, you have 23, why don't you roll? So the further away I put it, the less tempted I am to go, let me just throw a roll out there for funsies. That ocean fun is always drained your card. You'll misclick. Dude, actually, yeah. So the other day, like when I was on, like, let me actually use my controller. I was so scared when I was on this menu. Let me see if I can. Like I said, the other day I was playing around on a controller. On this menu here, I was so scared about how to exit out of this menu because it's obviously it says there Y, press Y for 10 signal switches. I did not know how to back out. I was so scared that pressing B would buy something. So I literally stopped and I Alt F4'd to exit out of this menu because I didn't want to risk it. And like coming back around to like controller stuff again, that's also not really an issue, but the fact that on screen it uses Xbox buttons, but my controller is the what is it called? The Switch layout. So X and Y are switched as well as A and B. So I was so concerned. I'm like, I don't know if this is reading like the Xbox input or like the Switch input. So I'm like, I'm not going to take that risk. I'm just going to put the controller down and use the keyboard that I know and trust. Which is why honestly sometimes I wouldn't mind if the game uses PlayStation controllers, because you know circle is always on the right hand side no matter what. Triangle is always the one on top. You know, you don't have to worry about, okay, is this the Xbox X or is it the Nintendo Switch X? I will say one of the greatest design choice, like UI design choices, when it comes to those button layout things is, I think it's mainly on the Switch where they do it, where let's say they want you to press A on the Switch version. So that is the right button. What they do is they don't show just A. They show the grid of 4 buttons with the other 3 like blacked out and the one you have to press shown visually, like position wise. So you don't even have to read and see press A. You can just read that as press the button on the right, which is so like, I'm amazed that more games don't do it like that. I mean, I'm sure it's for like space, but like it's such a really nice way to read what button you have to press. And yeah, that's the thing. I do play on Switch and like Xbox, so it's like every single time I play a new game, I have to like, my mind has to readjust. Okay, wait, hang on. Which A is this again? Just joined the stream. Oh, Fabian, you came a bit late because you missed the roller coaster of emotions, because well, I mean, you can see right here, we have Jane, we have Seth. I'm just working on upgrading their skill levels and whatnot. I need craft one. And getting them ready. As always, like I said, level 8 is a good stopping point, because anything higher than level 8 is a ridiculous amount of materials needed. Seth, do I have enough for everything? And just like that, I am almost broke again. And I still need to upgrade their engines as well. My goodness. I did not farm enough for this. Okay, hang on. Can I get this to level 50? I can. I get this to level 60. No. Yeah, let's get Seth's engine up though. Any chance can you edit out that leak that you said? Oh yeah, it should be edited out, yeah. Don't worry though, Nova. The secret is safe with me. I see the message, I've read it, I have internalized it. I got you. Lost pity to Grace at 70 pulls, but then with the next... Dude! Oh wait, you're 2 Janes. Holy shit, Fabian. I was gonna say, the exact same thing happened to me. Where I lost pity to Nekamata, C1. Next 10 pulls, I got a Jane. Unfortunately, I didn't get 2. I only got 1 gem, but I did get 2 sets, which I'm very happy with. You got lucky and you got Jane to M2, only losing 150-50. Ooh. Were you actually trying to go for M2 Jane though, Busy? Or was it more like, oh, I accidentally got 3 in one roll or something like that? The day I get 2 S ranks in one pull, I will freak. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me in any like Hoyoverse game, like in Star Rail or Genshin Impact. You love the game you found by accident, now you feel really bad. Why do you feel bad? You shouldn't feel bad about enjoying a game. You gotta go to bed now before you get tempted to swipe. Don't worry, Edric, yeah. Stay away from the FOMO. You have plenty of time to build up pity and to consider whether or not you really want Jane or not. Caesar and Bernice are right around the corner after all. Don't let the FOMO take a hold of you. Oh, damn, 40k saved up. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I can get this all the way up. I can get this to 50, I think. 50 is a good stopping point for engines. About saying things that shouldn't be said, you saw the... Oh. Don't worry. Nova, there are many more people doing much worse things. I think you are the least of MiHoYo's problems when it comes to, you know, cracking down on stuff. Exactly, as Darker says, wait for the drip marketing. There will be more stuff to be shown. Maybe better stuff. I need quite a bit. Let's do a couple of these runs. Right, you'll be fine, don't worry. If anything, I'm the one that should be worrying because of, like you said, the recent video. Let's use some of these batteries. And as usual, Jane and Seth, the combo duo. Here knows when Baddie Boo comes in. If I had to guess when Baddie Boo comes in, maybe next patch. Because, I mean, it's in the game already, right? We saw it in the agent story for Jane. So it's in the game. We know that for sure. Just a question of when. Also, like, Baddie Boo looks like a gangster, and I mean, next patch is Sons of Caledon, which is a gang, so it would fit thematically, I would guess. Get banned. Hopefully you don't, Nova. I'm sure you won't, though. And creeped up so nicely. Them both at the same time. It's so nice. Oh, look at how much damage that assaulted. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at how cool the charge blade looks in the wipeout screen. It's so cool. And I wish I could go back and replay the that mission, the agent story, because I'm trying to remember what the effect was, because that would like give a little indication of what like faction the Baddie Boo's from. Also, congrats, Riso, the engine, nice. That is like, it's definitely a huge boon for Jane. It's like absolutely her best in slot engine. Ooh, I need to do another more. Try and get some more of these. Is it worth it to farm lists below? Below level 40, I would say no. Level 45 and up, that's when you start getting a guaranteed gold disc. Before level 40, you are not guaranteed a golden disc. So I would personally rather farm, you know, either character upgrade materials or other stuff where you know you're guaranteed to get like, you know, permanent upgrades. Whereas the issue with farming discs, especially that low, is that you could spend 60 energy, get completely horrible discs, and they prove nothing. They don't upgrade your team in any way whatsoever. There's no boost to your account in any way. Like, you end up scrapping them all. At least though, if you do, like, let's say farming character XP or ascension materials, you know that you are going to use them eventually. You can probably start farming discs at about 45 and up, because that's when you start getting the gold discs, and that's where that's like the end game. You know that you can use them and stuff like that. Spaniel velocity. How did... Oh. Cubes, that's a very, very funny thing you mentioned that. I removed part of the video. I wouldn't say why. You can probably take a guess as to why I removed part of the video. You did 30 pulls on the weapon banner and got it once. Have 20 more to pity, but save that for Caesar. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, the reason why I personally wasn't rolling for Jane's engine and why I said specifically I want Seth's engine is because Jane has alternatives. Seth doesn't really. And when Caesar comes around, I'd imagine her engine also would be very hard to replace. So I'm probably going to try and go for her engine. And speaking of, as you were asking, Loke, Caesar. Absolutely, I'm going for Caesar next. I want to make a triple defender team with Seth, Ben, and Caesar. I will see my dream come to fruition, no matter what. You're right, Seth does have an alternative, but it is on the battle pass, and I want to try and stay as free to play as possible. No worries, Cubes. But yes, when you say they, yeah, you're whatever you're assuming. I don't know. I'm not going to confirm or deny, but whatever you're assuming may or may not be correct. Can I enhance this a bit more? All right, I need to wait. Oh no, I do not. I need to do a little more runs here. The alternative engine for Jane Azure Knight is the Weeping Gemini. That's the one where when an enemy has an anomaly effect on them, well, firstly, the alternative, if you are willing to pay, is the Electro Lip Gloss from the Season Pass or the Battle Pass. Otherwise, Weeping Gemini is a good alternative where she gets more damage or more anomaly against somebody that has been like affected by one already. Isn't Rainforest better? Rainforest? Okay, well, again, I'm not too sure, but the thing with Rainforest is that you need to use energy to trigger that. It's for every 10 energy consumed. So, I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up, right? Because Jane doesn't really use that much energy. But when it comes to... I don't have it already, so I have to like go to the top to pull up the actual skill info. But let's see. Rafu, is Shop and Stinger going to be good on Piper? It's okay on Piper, but it's going to be very difficult to make the most out of it because the thing is, Sharp and Stinger really wants you to use dash attacks and dodge attacks, which Piper isn't really known for doing. But I mean, obviously, if you can get your 3 stacks, then it's okay. Like, if you just have to take note that before you do your spin attack, you need to like get a dodge attack in, which is kind of hard to guarantee every single time. Yeah. As for Weeping Gemini, actually, forget. Hang on. Sorry. Azure Knight. Forget what I said. Dark Haze is actually true. Correct here. Rainforest Gourmet is better because of anomaly proficiency. More anomaly proficiency is better, whereas Weeping Gemini only gives attack. Yes, this effect is easier to trigger on Weeping Gemini, but the permanent anomaly proficiency increase on Rainforest Cafe is better because not only does anomaly proficiency increase the amount of damage done by anomalies on Jane, but also because of Jane's special skill or passive, every point of anomaly proficiency increases the chance for that assault to crit as well. Do I have any tips to clear Disputed Note 8? Oof. That is a very good question, Adam. Dodge a lot. Prioritize dodging more than anything else. Yeah, for free to play, Seth really doesn't have that many options, Otaku, because like, again, unless you get his signature, the only other engine that gives an attack % bonus is the Battle Pass one. Every other engine gives defense or impact. I guess if you really want to like cope with something else in the meantime, what you can do is you can go for the impact, what is it? The Impact Defender disc, or the Impact Defender one. Oh, there isn't even one. What am I saying? Like, because here's the thing. Defense means nothing. I guess the bunny band one, because it increases the attack when they're shielded. And that is the only way you can get attack scaling on Seth. But the issue then is that the shield scales off of the attack, and if you already have the attack, or if the attack is only done after you're shielded, the shield won't get the benefit of the increased attack, right? If you know what I mean. So what is it called? So this, at least, you have impact for a pretty good amount, right? Whenever you, like, this can at least help Seth stun. Attack if you want to do damage with Seth, sure. But impact might be a bit more valuable on Seth. Attack is only good for obviously doing damage, but I mean, Seth isn't really in it. Unless you build him for it, Seth isn't really going to do much attack. And the bonus to the shield is not going to matter here because you only get the attack increase after he's already shielded. Yeah, as Dark says, like, the extra attack is at least something, you know, it's better than nothing. You can't even see what's happening in the screen. One enemy charge. Yeah, that is a big issue. Like the fact that it's two enemies and they're both very brutal attackers. I would recommend going for the weak, because there's one big boss and then there's one like mini boss type of thing. Go for the weaker one first so that you can go. As soon as it's a 1v1, the battle becomes so much easier in the disputed modes. No worries, Dark Days. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, we'll see you around either on future videos or on future streams. Same with Caesar, right? So Caesar's. We don't know what Caesar's. Technically speaking, we don't know what Caesar's engine does just yet, so it's hard to say what we need for Caesar. 375% to max out the crit rate. Yes, so if you have Jane at maxed out, she has 40% crit rate, right? And then 16% or 0.16% per point of anomaly proficiency. So if you have 375 proficiency, multiply that by 0.16, that is a 100% crit rate. But I mean, I'm honestly kind of close anyway, 356. But I mean, 356 times 0.16. I mean, it's a 96% crit rate. I mean, you're basically guaranteed the crit, right? Oh, what's up? Also, what's up, Slash Pocky? You got your third 50-50 in this banner, and still have 30 pulls in the weapon banner. Should you get Jane's signature or stick with the... Depends. Do you want Seth's engine? If you want Seth's engine, go for it. I personally wouldn't roll for Jane's engine, because she does perfectly fine without it. Like, she doesn't need it, really. And let me put it like this. Those... What is it? How much did you say? Yeah, those 30 rolls that you have, or however many pulls you have, if you are the god of luck, every single pull that you use on the weapon banner is one less Caesar, or one less Jane, or one less Bernice. Every single pull you spend there is one less chance at an S rank character. Like, which is like 100% better than like just making Jane, you know, 5% stronger. Oh, in that case, yeah. If you already have Seth's engine, I would say you're golden. You're set. You have Jane, you have Seth, you have his engine. You don't need anything more. You don't need to spend anything else this patch. Start saving for Caesar or Bernice or Miyabi or whoever you want. Unless, you know, you really want them. But like, I do not think that it will be necessary. There are decent alternatives for Jane. Like I said, Electro Lip Gloss from the Battle Pass, or Rainforest Gourmet from the Gadget Store, which you can farm and buy like puppies for. There. Ooh. Or XP. Right, let's go back and start working on some more. Try and upgrade his engine a bit more. I wanted to get it to at least 50. Oh yeah, if you have the Battle Pass one, it's perfect for her. Future Jane team. Jane, Caesar, Lucy. Ooh, Jane, Caesar, Lucy. The only issue with that team, Fabian, Jane, Caesar, Lucy, is that Jane does not get her passive, her team passive then. Because she needs either a NEPS unit or an anomaly unit. And that is a very, very big bonus for her, where it helps her build up anomaly faster. I mean, it could work. We don't know. Maybe Jane can build up anomaly that quickly, and maybe like Caesar can help build up the anomaly too. But one of the big sell points of Jane is how quickly she can build up anomaly in comparison to others. And a very big reason for that is because of that team passive. Isn't it difficult to 420? It is very difficult, but to be fair, it's not really necessary to get 420 AP. Like, look at that. I'm doing 160k, what is it called? With a very poorly built Jane, like very basic built Jane. And then there's also, of course, the disorders and stuff as well. I guess what you could do instead of Lucy, Bernice, Fabian, Bernice. Now that is a team. That is a team that I am definitely gonna try and go for myself as well, because that will trigger obviously both Caesar and Bernice because they're both Sons of Caliban, and then of course you have the 2 anomaly units for Jane. Bull Piper, is it wise to pull for Jane or just save? Again, are you interested in getting Caesar and Bernice next, Rafu? Jane is definitely an upgrade over Piper. But I mean, if you have a fully built Piper, unless you like, how do I word this? Don't pull for Jane just because she's quote unquote better than Piper. Every S rank is going to be better than, an A rank. Pull for Jane if you like her, if you like how she plays, if you want to play her. Otherwise, save and like get somebody else. Like if you prefer how Piper plays and you like enjoy spinning around with her and her skill, then stick with her. There's nothing wrong with Piper. You do not need to have Jane or anything, unless you actually want her. You do not need her. That's a better way to put it. Oh yeah, it's just Jane 1 million. Woo! Oh my! I can't wait to see damage numbers like that myself. Yes, I can. Oh boy, I am about to be broke as hell. 50,000 Denny's left over. Yippee. I still need to do some more engine XP farms. Which disc should you put on Seth? That does depend, Otaku Gamer. So I would say 4-piece swing jazz if nobody else on the team has swing jazz. You always want to try and have 4-piece swing jazz on somebody on the team, because that's just like a free 12% damage increase after a chain attack. As for the other two, I myself put on the, what is it called? The electric damage increase one. It gives 10% electric damage. And then as for the main stats, depending on what you want, again, you can go for either attack and electric damage and like anomaly proficiency. I went all in on anomaly, so I have anomaly mastery and anomaly proficiency. Got our first pull. Ooh, congratulations, Jalamanin. I tried to do that myself. I've only ever gotten that once, ever, and that was on Kafka. And I tried to do the same here, but unfortunately, same could not be repeated twice. Congratulations, though. Now the question is, though, are you going to go for Seth as well? Honestly, if I did get Jane on the very first pull, I would have been somewhat, well, I wouldn't have been annoyed, but like, I would have been scared because I know I would have had to pull more for Seth anyway. I would not have been content with just Jane. I needed to get Seth as well. You would go for Seth? As they say, the desire sensor is real. Two-piece Hormone Punk is another option because, again, you get more attack, but at least for me specifically, again, the way I see it is that the increased attack, what that does is it makes your shield stronger, it doesn't increase the amount of like anomaly proficiency it gives. It just makes the shield have more health, which if you play nicely, properly, ideally you shouldn't have to worry about your shield breaking and taking too much damage, right? You got her engine on the first pull, but Jane herself at 75. Ooh, yeah. That's... At least you got them both at the end of the day, though, yeah. No worries, Otaku. I mean, to be fair as well, again, like, I'm always hesitant to, like, tell people, like, I am not, by no means, a hard theory crafter or anything. Like, I am very much a vibes. I had to say, I am not a data-driven, like, theory crafter and calculator. I am very much a vibes type of guy. So... for all we know, what I said could be completely wrong. It's more of just like what I'm using personally. And the only reason I say that is because I never, like, when everybody always follows the same, like, format of like, oh, let's use this because somebody said it's the best. You never have the chance to, like, branch out and try out other stuff. Like, that's the nice thing of branching out. Like, there could be some amazing disc combination set. Like, I still remember people were calling me crazy for the one sheer defense video where I used 3 2-piece sets on Ben as opposed to like a 4-piece and a 2-piece, but like it worked for me. There's nothing that says that you can't do it. What's wrong with it? But unfortunately, Fabian, I do not have Rena. I would have loved to get her because the Rena, Seth, and Jane I know is a very strong combo as well, especially with that penetration stuff. And I feel like Rena is a little bit easier to fit into rotations because the thing with Rena is she just wants to appear on the field, like do one attack to throw out her puppets, and then that's it. She can like head off field again. She requires very little time on field. I think it would be perfect for a team like Jane, where she wants to be on field like for the most part. Yeah, it does feel like every like 8 seconds you have to be like, oh, I need to get Rena in here to do like a single attack and then switch out again. Yeah, I am really liking this Jane and Seth combination. Like literally, this is all you need. I don't even need a third character. Jane and Seth alone, they can go the distance. Also, what's up, Lars? Oh yeah, I wish there were team loadouts because I now have 3 teams. I have Jane, Seth, I have Shuyen team, and I have Soldier 11 team. And I don't like having to, you know, every single time go in and deselect and reselect and then switch the bang boo and all that stuff. Very annoying. And yeah, the penetration buff is very weird to use. Like, you could just have Lucy just give straight up flat attack as opposed to penetration. And like Lucy's attack lasts longer as well. And also Lucy, I think, does more damage herself because of the little boars. Like, I guess Rena's utility is that her skill can group up enemies similar to Nicole's, where it's like a little suction hole type of thing going on. Let's see though. Do I have enough to upgrade this? No, still not. Right. Love to replace Seth. You don't like playing with dude characters? Let's see. Depending on who you have, Xingyi can be a good alternative because she can stun. And also, like, the stun that Xingyi provides as well as the damage increase is huge for Jane. Like, imagine doing like the 1 million damage bonus with then the increased, what, like 60% damage taken on a stunned enemy from Xingyi. And also, Jane still gets her team passive with Xingyi as well. What did I need? I needed more. I need... Oh. But I'll do an inefficient 4 start run. Not like something with Xingyi, chain attack, then burst with Xingyi. Yeah. You have Soldier 11, but the only stunner you have is Anby, and you're already using her on Shuyen's team. Go upgrade Ben and use him. Yes, Ben can work as a pseudo stunner for Soldier 11. Do not underestimate the amount of stun damage that Ben can do from his parry and also his like skill parry as well. Like his assist and also his like when you get hit by an attack and then use your skill. Soldier 11 disorder team with Piper and Lucy, but you don't think Soldier 11... Yes, so that is a big reason as to why my Soldier 11 team uses Ben and not Piper Lucy. That is because my Soldier 11 has the 4-piece Inferno metal set. The 4-piece set is huge. It gets 28% crit rate. And if you use a disorder team, you miss out on this 28% crit because as soon as you trigger the burn, you anomaly off of it, right? So you're missing out on this 28% crit rate. So at that point, like, you're basically using Soldier 11 as an anomaly applier, but a very, very, very inefficient one. You have to enter the HI via the upgrade screen. It will then show you if you haven't. Oh yeah, where it like, what's it called? I know at the end of the mission, like, if you have enough, you can even say like, go back to the crafting and stuff like that. And what do I think about Jane Caesar, gentlemen? So, Jane Caesar can work, absolutely. I'm curious though, how what's it called? A Caesar and Piper team. Like, so you could have two anomaly teams. So you could have Jane, Seth, and like somebody else on one side. And then, in my opinion, what could work is Caesar, Piper, and like say Bernice or something else. The reason why I say that is because my biggest complaint with Piper is that she's vulnerable. She takes a while to get her spin going. If you like, either if you do the quick spin or if you start it off from scratch, you have to get a few attacks in, right? She is vulnerable during that time. And when she is spinning, she can obviously get hit, obviously. She has anti-interrupt, but she can still take damage. Caesar, if what we are assuming is true, she provides a shield, so you don't have to worry about Piper taking damage. And also, anti-interrupt. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I need to dodge this to make sure I don't get hit or whatever. You can just spin and don't worry about, getting stopped during your spin. It's sort of, Piper has a similar type of thing to Anby, where they both have to ramp up their attacks, right? Anby has to ramp up to her third attack for the combo, Piper has to ramp up her spin. If you get attacked before that, and you get like knocked out of your skill build-up, and you get interrupted, it's like devastating. It's like, oh no, it's horrible, whatever. Your present is surprised at how fast Seth can proc shock. Yes, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Apparently, like, I didn't check, but I think he used to be able to proc anomalies even faster. Like, I think they nerfed his build-up. And then that's also why I'm glad that I got Seth to Cinema Mindscape 2, because that's where he gets, like, what, 35%, I think? 35% extra anomaly build-up on the basic attack. No worries, Otaku Gamer, yeah. I try my best to help out with all of my videos and stuff like that. Glad you find them useful. Like I said though, like, this stream is very off the cuff. If you want more help, there's plenty of videos that I have out there. Yeah, C2 is great. C4 is, yeah. For an anomaly team, the stun is nice. The sooner you can stun them, the sooner they take more damage, which is nice. C6 would have been very fun, because big crit damage number on this. Otherwise, yeah. Attack energy. Ooh, that's a very interesting setup, Lars. It's very different from what I have. I have anomaly attack. Mainly because so I need to get a better attack this here. This is only A rank here. Her assault box are literally executions. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pulls 3 Ambis and a Sukaku. Ooh, Mr. D. I'm so sorry. Three Ambis, yeah. Like, every single time I got an Ambi, I cursed and shook my fist at the screen. Wait, what was I doing? Right. Oh yeah. You did 10 got Grace and did 10 got Seth. Wow, what a in 3 10 pulls you got the perfect team. Congratulations, Lars. You have anomaly proficiency attack +2 proficiency. Oh. You got Officer Kui. Oh yeah, Officer Kui is very nice. Like, I think for me at least, slash Pocky, Officer Kui might be better for this team as opposed to the Plug Boo, only because Jane and Seth are almost always going to be together on a team, right? Almost always. They are literally, well, Seth is literally made for Jane, so you can always use Officer Kui, right? Now I know a lot of people are saying Plug Boo because you can go Jane, Seth, and let's say Grace or Rena, and that will work, yes. But what happens if a different team composition comes out and it's Jane, Seth, and Bernice? Now all of a sudden Plug Boo is useless, right? Because you no longer have the double electric. Officer Kui will always be active with just these two, and you will more often than not always have these two together. So Officer Kui, it'll be a bit more, there are more team possibilities for this team. Is there any difference between attack percent and physical damage on Jane's disc 5? So the way it works is that you kind of want to get a balance of both, right? You don't want, there's diminishing returns, so you want a good amount of both if possible. Thanks for the talk. No worries, Cubes. Thanks for stopping by. I personally would go for an attack, oh no, sorry, not attack, physical damage increase, because that will affect your anomalies so much more. Attack can work, but the physical damage from the anomaly will count so much more. You married them already with Officer Kui? Yeah, I think a lot of people already have a team comp for Bernice in mind already as well. And you're hesitant with Kui because if you're able to get Caesar and Bernice, that is also another thing. It's crazy to think that, by the way, it is so easy. Well, I say easy. We have gotten so many roles for like character banners, and you can buy character banners. You can spend polychrome to get more. You can't do that for Bang Boos. You can't buy more Bang Boo pools or anything like that. Bang Boos are arguably rarer and more difficult to get than S-rank characters. I mean, like, how many do I have? I have one. Okay, if we also include my dupes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gotten 7 S-rank characters throughout playing. I only have 2 Bang Boos that are S-ranks. Bang Boos are rarer than S-rank characters with the amount of pulls that we get for characters and how little we get for Bang Boos. That's why I'm like, I have enough to get a guaranteed S-rank Bang Boo, but I'm not pulling just yet because honestly, like, I don't feel like I need anything for Jane and Seth. Like, they work just fine as is. Like, if I could, I would remove this Bang Boo and go nothing, and I would still do well, right? I don't need Officer Kui, I don't need Plug Boo, nothing. The only reason I am using Resident Boo is it has nice utility in that it can suck enemies together. Still have 90 plus Bang Boo pulls. Resident and Officer Kui are the only S. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's all you need. Like, when they release another like Resident Boo equivalent where every single team can use them, then maybe I would consider it, because like the issue with Bang Boos right now is, as people have said, like, they're very team specific, right? Like, I have Rocket Boo. Rocket Boo is useless unless it's on a fire team, right? But Resident Boo can work on anybody's team. So I'm waiting for another similar one where it's like that, where it doesn't, you don't need to have a specific team, just anybody will work with it. Hit the double. Oh, I was trying to get both of them in the wipeout screen together. You have over 200 pulls saved, but you really want Caesar. Should you risk going for Jane Doe when you already have Piper? Do you want Jane, Rage Smith? That's the question. The way I'm reading your message, Rage, is you do not want Jane. You are letting the FOMO get to you. You're seeing that everybody is saying like, oh, Jane is better than Piper. Jane is so much stronger. Yes, Jane is stronger than Piper, but you do not need Jane. The fact that you're saying you really want Caesar, that's your answer. There's your answer. If you really want Caesar, save for Caesar. Unless you want to stare at Jane's ass or something like that. Which, I mean, I guess that's also a valid reason. I will say as well, the banner only just came out. There are still 3 weeks left for you to decide whether or not you want Jane. You have plenty of time to build up roles to see, you know, maybe you can get enough roles ready that you can get both of them, you know? Maybe you can get Jane and Caesar, if you do want her. Or maybe there's something that happens that, like, once they show Caesar off, maybe they also show Bernice, maybe you say, oh, I want both of them. Then in that case, you should probably save and not go for Jane so that you can try and get both Caesar and Bernice, right? What they need to add is a menu to see all the Bangbu you've have. Yes! Because like earlier there, I was like, I had to go into the character select or the team select to find what's it, Bangbus. Also, I just want a menu to look at Bangbus. Is it weird to say that I like Bangbus? Like, they are, like, they're the equivalent of Paimon or the conductor from Star Rail, but they are so much better. I don't know why. They're just really cute and really funny. I see, Mr. D. I have a feeling that you are saving up for Miyabi. Can I upgrade Seth's engine to... Yes, I can. An extra whopping 13 base attack. Ooh. I honestly, the person I'm most excited for, in that one video I made about the potential upcoming characters, is based on that one lore teaser where they showed off the city defenders. And one of them was, I think, Sunbringer or Sunbreaker. Where, what is it called? She is the one that is the CEO of Marcel Group or something that created the Bangbus. Like, I hope that somehow she attacks with like Bangbus. Like how Lucy has the boars. I would love a character that revolves around attacking with Bangbus. That'd be so cool. Oh yeah, a child god for Bangbus would be amazing. You really like my content. Thank you, Fabian. Any idea if I want to specialize in any direction? I really like the ZZ news. Good. Great news, Fabian. That is exactly what I plan to do more of. ZZZ news every week, every Monday, ideally. You pulled for Jane because you don't have a second team for Shiyu. That's perfectly fine. Especially because, you know, this Shiyu defense is absolutely wants you to use an anomaly team. I guess Rena does use Bangbus, right? She uses the little, I forget the names. But yeah, the little puppets, right? Are Bangbus. But I mean, they float around though. They're not the same. I want the little... I can't find them here. Also, let's change. Why does Jane not do the tail wrapping around her leg anymore? Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, what? Does she have two different... Oh, that's... Do they all have this? If you go to skills from base stats, she wraps her tail around her leg. If you go to skills from here, she does that. Do the others do the same? Pointing it down there. Oh, okay, yeah. I honestly never realized that. That's interesting. But yeah, like I like, don't get me wrong, I like Rena's little puppets, but I want one of these little fuckers running around. I want a little Tully roaming around with me, flailing his arms. I want one of these boys running around. Look at Piper's. Base stats skills. Oh! Oh. I see what you mean, Azure Knight. I've never realized this. I always, like, because whenever I go to skills, like, whenever you click on them, it starts out at base stats. So I always go to this. This is a new technique. This is new tech. This is, hang on, this is important knowledge. Who else has... Now I gotta look through all of them. Oh, okay. Like, okay, hang on. Almost every single time, going from equipment to skills is way better. Like, look at this. That's whatever. But now, look at this. Look at that. I'm about to get like smacked in the face by those. Hang on, does it matter whether you go from... Okay, so the equipment and base stats are always the same. It's skill that always changes. You bought a paper boo in a convention the other day. Oh, paper boos are so cool. Also, you went to a convention. Nice, Slosh Pocky. I really wish I would love to get some like Bang Boo merch. I really want to use Grace just for reasons. Okay, but let's see. So, who else is there? What is Nicole's like? Like an upshot? POV, you're a Bangbu staring up at Nicole and she wants to drain you of your Denny's. She's just staring down at you like this. Alright. Oh, okay, no, this one is the same, I think, right? Yeah. Chingy has the best one. Ah, unfortunately, I don't have the... Oh, Ben! What up? Also staring down at us like we're walking trash. Like a Bangbu on the floor. We're one of Lucy's little balls that she's staring disappointedly at. Okay, no, that's the same. They really... So, it looks like all of the A ranks have the same. Like, only the S ranks have one that changes up. Oh, never mind. Oh, so Kaku's is really cool. It almost looks like almost every single time, going from equipment to skills is way better. This is some new tech. Also, thank you, Fabian, for becoming a member. Like, yeah, what? Dude, the going from equipment to skills is way better for each and every one of them. Also, like... Whew. Nekomata. Do I even want to look at you? As expected, Nekomata is horrible. I can just make it dance around like a dumb cat. Why did you have to curse me with your random dupe in my rolls? You can... Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, I can! Is she also gonna flash her armpit like Piper? Oh! Arguably even better. Alright, what about Rena? How does she compare to Grace? Let's see. That's the big question. Oh! Whoa! Oh! Okay. As mentioned, pulling for Jane, you got Grace M1 since you also have Rena. Is that so? Oh yeah, the game is really telling you. The game is telling you something. It's not telling you to build an electric team. It's telling you something else. I mean, we can see Rena here. We can see Grace here. The game is telling you something. I don't think it's telling you to build an electric team though. Like, look, okay. So let's analyze these physics. Okay. Oh, no. This is so dumb. You can maximize the amount of jiggle physics you do depending on where you come from. So like going from skills to equipment, she doesn't do a 360. She like just looks over. But if you go from base stats to equipment, she does a 360, which means that there's a lot more momentum going on there. So it swings a lot more. Such a dumb thing to min-max. But if you want to see more jiggle physics, you gotta go in that sequence. Alright, let's see, who else is there? What is it? Does she also have... Like, see, she does a 360 there. See, no 360, so no physics. There's a big 360. Both ways give you a nice spin there. Yeah, Rena, M1, and Grace, so you feel the same, Fabian. I mean, here's the thing. The thing that I'm concerned about is that, like, I would love... This is the same thing I was mentioning earlier, right? I would love to try out so many different teams. Like, I would love to... People were saying, oh, can Jane work with Corin? Can Jane work with Piper? I would love to test them out, but it costs so much resources to build them. It's gonna be so difficult. You built a team with Anton, but compared to Shiyen, Chingy, and Nicole, it just feels underwhelming. Yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, like, even though I know for a fact that my team of Shiyen, Ambi, and Nicole, it still gets the job done. After playing a few rounds with Jane and Seth, it's like it's like I've discovered heroin and I can't go back anymore. It's like I've discovered a new drug, and it's like the previous just doesn't hit as high for me anymore. If that makes sense. I would like to go out on record and say that that is just a metaphor. I do not deal in heroin or take heroin or any drugs for that matter. Do you build Grace the same way as Jane, so anomaly, proficiency, damage? Yes, Grace is pretty much the electric version of Jane. She wants anomaly to do more shock damage and whatnot. But alright, let's have a look and see. I have them both pretty much. Do I have any more notorious hunts I can do? I think I can do one more notorious hunt. Yes, I can do one more notorious hunt. Who should I do though? I already have enough for that. I think I need to do a dead-end butcher, right, for Jane. I mean, also to be fair, yeah, I'll do a dead-end butcher. Yeah, the resources, that's why you waited for Jane to build your second team. Yeah, exactly. That's also a big reason. Like, people are saying, oh, should I think a lot of people are complaining that they already have a built Piper. Should they get Jane? It's like, if you get Jane right now, you spent all those resources on Piper only to, like, not use her now. Finally 101 energy, so now you can farm some more. Yeah, you gotta min-max them, right? Let's see. You haven't installed it with Seth? Yeah. I'll just throw on you. Yeah, the new coffees are insane. Five things. They should do this. I hope they do this event more often because, like, it's such a game changer. It's so slow to, like, raise characters otherwise. Like, I remember I saw the gift from Jane. I'm like, yo, 5 batteries and a shit ton of Denny's, a whole bunch of XP as well. That's huge. And then, like, I wasted, like, they were gone in like 10 seconds. And I'm like, oh wait, what happened to all of my stuff? Alright. Come on, attack so I can trigger a parry. There we go. And then now we're going to trigger a disorder. Now he's shocked again, so now hopefully trigger another disorder. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. And I don't know if this will be faster now in comparison to the Shiyen team, because I am only using Jane and Seth. But it's so fun though. I don't care if it's inefficient. It's so fun. You know how to play Seth? So the way I'm playing a Seth is that I'm essentially, whenever I can, I carry. And then if he doesn't have a bar, like right now I don't have 75% of that. So I'll use an EX skill. I would have done this after the parry because the way it works is that if you use the EX skill directly after a chain attack or a parry, he charges up faster. And then so like the way I'm playing Seth, I can't like, speak and play at the same time, is oh my goodness, when he comes onto the field, if he has the bar in the top left, I use the the enhanced basic attack. If he doesn't, I will first hold the EX skill and then do the charge attack. Can you stop jumping at me from a mile away? Okay, let me pause. The game plan is parry, hold EX skill, charge basic attack, and then switch back out. That's really all I'm doing with Seth, honestly. I don't have enough bar, so I'll hold the EX skill. This will give me charge my charge attack, and then after this, the charge attack triggers the quick assist, which can go back into the bar. That's how I'm doing it. The EX skill doesn't give you the quick assist. It gives you the percentage for the bar that you need to trigger the quick assist. Let's see, does this kill? Surely, right? Oh, no, no. I guess I didn't trigger you have Jane at level 50, C score skill, and allows it skill 3. How best proceed? Increase the level or... So, levels are so much more than just like, you know, increasing level. There is a damage formula where if you are under leveled, you do significantly less damage. So, levels are the king of everything. Get your level up as much as possible. That will give you more damage than you would think. You might think, oh, but it only gives me like what, like 50 attack on the main stats. It affects the formula for damage calculation. So main levels are important. After that, you should upgrade your skills to level 8. No more than 8. Anything higher than 8 is a very big sink of resources that could go to upgrading your other skills. You can get all of them to level 8 at a good, reasonable amount. The core skill for Jane, obviously the higher the better, but I would say focus more on the skills to level 8. So, like yes, it does increase the crit rate and stuff like that, but if I remember correctly, Jane's like skill thing, if you upgrade the core passives thing, if you're lucky enough, technically speaking, upgrading Jane's passive doesn't really matter. It doesn't increase the damage that you do with Jane's core passive. It just increases the crit rate of it. But I mean, depending on how much anomaly proficiency you have, maybe you're only at core skill level C, sorry. Check how much crit rate you are actually getting. You're probably getting like what? 32 or something? 32 plus anomaly proficiency times 0.13 or whatever. If that is like 70% or something, like you're fine. If you're gonna crit 70% of the time, you're fine. Upgrading it doesn't do more damage, it just makes it more often. Let's see, off-pressing this team Lucy, you got the handle canceling the team. Yes. Another thing you can do for that slash is if you turn on the manual chain attack, you get so much more control over when you get the buffs and stuff like that. Come on, attack me so I can parry Seth. That's good enough. Order. Bolts. There we go. Now I can parry. I don't have enough energy right now. That's fine. Let's stun you again. Hopefully this... Oh, this triggers a shock. Perfect. Means I can now go for a big disorder here, hopefully. Oh! Oh yeah, that's the thing. So that's very interesting that Seth does not have the benefit of getting able to carry the big attacks. He is still a regular carry attacker. But he still uses 2 frames for everything. Okay, let's go for this, even though he's not stunned. What is that pose that Jane is doing? She's doing like aerobics or something. Fizzy, you are absolutely correct. Jane's knives are shaped after rat's heads. They're like modeled after the skull of a rat. Will only crown a unit if their damage expenditure scales from it. It's only damage multiplies like days. Yeah, like I said, skill level 8 is a very good stopping point because, where is it? I did the calculations earlier. To get a skill from level 0 to level 12, you need like 500,000 Dennies and 50 of the specialized skill chips, so the purple ones. To get them to level 8, you only need 95,000. So that's like a fifth of the amount, and you only need 5 specialized chips. That's a tenth of the amount. It's like so much more cost efficient. And like, obviously then, any of those extra Dennies and any of those extra specialized skill chips could have gone to your other skills. Do you know if you'll get less resources if you finish challenge with only A or B? Oh no, absolutely not, no. There's no... The only, like, place where you would get less resources is from Shiyu Defense, but I mean, that's Shiyu Defense, right? So I think everybody knows that. Maybe I would say Notorious Hunt, because of the fact that there is the, this weekly challenge of... Load here. This here. So technically speaking, you do need to clear this with nobody dying, and also in under 4 minutes. That is the only thing where like time matters. Otherwise, Fabian, everything else, you're free to go and like use whatever you want for fun, even if it's not the most efficient. You're the only one who prefers teams with 2 members instead of 3. Then honestly, yeah, Azure, like I'm kind of the same. I mean, you can see right now, Seth and Jane, I don't need anything else. And the Anby and my Shuyan team as well, I think a lot of people have the same thing. Nicole is there just for the chain attack and just for activating Shuyan's passive. I never manually switch to Nicole unless it's for a chain attack or for like, you know, using her skill during a stun period. It's the Shuyan and Anby show essentially. No worries, Lars. Feel free to ask as many questions as you want. My channel and videos have been so helpful to you. Oh, thank you, Lars. Again, I mean, again, that's the whole point. I'm here to answer questions, both from the stream and from the videos. My team is clearing with weekly faster than your Shuyan team. I mean, also, the crazy thing is, you know, what's even crazier, Gustavo, is that I can still upgrade them more. I mean, they do have their discs maxed out. That is the big thing. Discs play a huge role. But like my Electro Lip Gloss is only level 50. Seth's is also only level 50. Seth isn't even level 60 yet. I do have the skills at level 8, which, like I said, it's a good stopping point. Their core passives aren't that great. Jane's is only level 5. I'm probably not going to go to level 6 because 1, that shit's expensive, and 2, I don't need this extra crit rate. I have 96% crit rate already. With this passive, I don't need the extra one. If anything, Seth's is better because it increases the anomaly proficiency. So again, 5 more points means more damage on Jane because of the shield. And then also the 5 more points also give her more crit rate. So it's like I get the best of both worlds by upgrading Seth instead of Jane. But let's see. You've seen people saying that you don't need to level Jane's skills. You don't have to level Jane's skills, not all the other ones, at all, because she doesn't gain it. That's a lot of things. So like, for example, I just level them up because I like leveling things up. Like honestly, this assist skill, you do not need to level up. Because think about it. How often are you using Jane as an assist? Almost never, because she's on the field, right? You're never going to parry into Jane. Like in that battle now I just did, I was always parrying into Seth. There was never a time where I was playing as Seth and then I'm like, oh, let me parry with Jane. So this assist skill is basically irrelevant, right? The attack, I mean, it's okay. You can level this up. That's why they always say you should prioritize certain things. So for example, basic attack, ultimate, of course, and maybe the I don't even know if you want to get the skill, right? Because or the dodge and the basic attack, right? You level Jane because of the days build up. Yeah. Also, I also leveled it up because I'm only using 2 characters, so it's not like if I'm with Seth, I can parry to somebody else. If I'm with Seth, the only person I can parry with is Jane, so I decided to pull that up as well. But like, for example, Seth, okay, no, Seth, this makes sense because he does use a chain attack. But like some characters like Nicole, I have not leveled up her basic attack, her dodge attack, her assist at all. Because, I mean, like we were saying earlier, I'm never using Nicole. She is literally just there for her chain attack, and that is it. Not sure if you're playing poorly, you're playing way better. I doubt that I'm playing that much better. Or the disorder comp is just better. Oh, so are you not using a disorder, Gustavo? What team are you using? I mean, like I said, I don't know if this is the optimal build for Seth. This is the build that I am using just because these are the discs that I have on hand. Like I have a crazy good Thunder Metal disc set here. 30% Anomaly Mastery and 45 Anomaly Proficiency. I can't not use it. So I'm like, okay, I may as well throw it onto Seth. You agree using 3 characters can be a bit awkward in some teams, making a team of 3 with greater synergy. Yeah, that's true. If you get a team of 3 with really good synergy where you're constantly using each of them and they all have something to contribute, it's nice. Like again, the Shuyen team, Nicole, yes, she does help out. Yes, she does like do a lot for the team, but you're not actually using her, right? And that was my other big issue with kind of Rena. Like, I would be kind of annoyed if I got Rena because yes, she is an S-rank character. Yes, she is nice and fancy. And yes, she could provide a lot of support to the team. But Rena's whole gimmick is that she does not want to be used at all. The whole point of her is that you throw her in, do an attack, and then throw her out. Imagine getting an S-rank and then basically not using them. Like, I would feel so bad because it's like, you don't actually play as them at all. Since your Nicole is 6'6", you leveled the EX for extra damage. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because you do actually use the EX heal, but like I can count on one hand the number of times that I like basic attack or dodge attack. Nicole, Chingy, and Nicole. Oh. And it could also just be Gustavo that you haven't like built them up yet. Because like I said, I pre-farmed for these disc sets for quite a while. So disc sets make a very big difference. Let's see. What else was there to do? Honestly, I think I've done pretty much most of what I wanted to do. I got my Jane, I got my Seth. What is it called? I leveled them up a decent amount. They're not level 60 yet, but they're usable. Yeah, they're absolutely usable. Like 8s across the board, 8 across the board. Jane doesn't need more here. I guess, I mean, I would have to spend some Dennies to upgrade Seth to 55, but that is money I do not have. I guess maybe tomorrow when they have the coffee again, where I can do 5 Denny runs, I can do that and then get some more Dennies and upgrade Seth then. But until then though, I think that'll be it for today's stream. Team for the weekly. I mean, same. I also use Shiyan's team because I think almost all of them are weak to Ether, are they not? Weak to Ether, weak to Ether, yeah. Your Jane has 410, woo! Which does mine have? Mine is 360, or 355, yeah. Damn, another extra 60 anomaly. I suppose I can get like another 30 from this if I max this out, I think. Wait, how much? Oh, 9, never mind, that is not 30, that's another 9. Yeah, my substats were not the greatest here. Yeah, like this is the only one that has 2 on the anomaly proficiency. This one only rolled 1. This one rolled none. It rolled into every single substat except anomaly proficiency. You have no idea how excited I was when I used a tuning disc to get this. And I saw it had 4 full substats already and it had an anomaly proficiency. I was like, yo, that's huge. And then it like, none of them went into anomaly proficiency. Is it 5 runs? It is 5 runs. Oh, sorry, not 5 runs, but 5 cards. So technically speaking, you can do 1 run and load it up with 5 cards. So 100 energy. and then that will it'll be for that essentially. Z. If you're referring to the coffee stuff, I imagine. You're not fond of the disc farm? Yeah. I will say, the nice thing about this game, at least, is that we get the what is it called? The tuning needle stuff, the music shop, where you can say, okay, let me just give me an S rank disc with this main stat. Genshin does not. I think Genshin only just recently got that. Only after what, like in patch 5.0 now. Imagine going like what 5 years having not having that. Whew. Oh, it's because you're using Rainforest Gourmet. Oh, does it give more? I mean, look, they both give anomaly proficiency, right? Yeah. But like I was saying, I think that is going to be it for today's stream. It is getting a little bit late for me. Thank you everyone for joining, and thank you everybody that wished me luck for my Jane pulls. I think it definitely mattered. It definitely helped out a lot. Thank you everyone. Let's see. As always, if you did enjoy stream and you found it helpful, I have plenty of videos on YouTube. I'm probably gonna be. Honestly, I think I'm gonna right after this ends, I'm gonna make a video because of how many people were asking about upgrade stuff. I'll make a video about upgrading your units, where to stop. I think a lot of people just upgrade willy-nilly and they don't realize like the optimal upgrade path is stopping at level 8 for everyone, because it gets super expensive after that. But yeah. Thank you everybody for stopping by for the stream. If you were watching the entire time, if you were chatting, asking questions, or if you were just lurking in the background. As always, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. I'll be putting out videos every so often. Every week I'll do a Zenless Zone Zero weekly news. For those of you that are up to date about my most recent Zenless Zone Zero news video, there might be some changes moving forward, but I will still be uploading a weekly news video, so you can always stay up to date about stuff. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.